everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to go through my coloring books because it's the 4-year anniversary of my channel and 4 years of me adult coloring, and I'm just going to go through my coloring book collection and show you everything that I've ever colored. My dog just had a bath. He's really rambunctious. I just want to thank everyone who's still subscribed, and I look forward to reading your comments. And it's going to be a long one, as you know, because you saw the thumbnail. And I just want to say that there will be chatting because I'm a color and chat channel, and I get complaints that I talk too much, but I mean, that's just what I have to offer. So I hope you enjoy. These are my favorite kind of videos to watch. I hope it doesn't get too repetitive throughout every year me showing this. I hope it's still fun. And let's go ahead and get started. One more thing before I go, I filmed this last night. It's a new day, so the lighting will be a bit different, but it should not hinder the video, and that's all I had to say. Okay, I'm going to kick things off with my PDF binder. So here I keep all the PDFs of my coloring pages, and sometimes I make copies of a page if I really like it. So they all go in here. And I actually took out the first picture just because. I can't promise I'm going to take them all out because it's a hassle, but I took this one out because it's right in the front. And this one was copied from Jasmine Beckett Griffith's Mermaids coloring book. And this was a buddy color with Coloring F. And I wrote down the date, but I cut it off. So some month on the 6th of 2020 was when I did this. And you'll probably hear me say buddy color with Coloring F a million times because we love our buddy colors, and I'm sorry, not sorry. So yeah, this one was really fun to do, and I took a lot of inspiration from the original painting that Jasmine had done for the crown. But I really love her skin, and the skin I actually posted on my Instagram so you can see the colors. But yeah, I love to do blue skin. I like to do abnormal color skin. Mostly it's always blue, really. Blue or green. And I have done purple like once or so, but yeah, I really love to do blue skin. But yeah, I love how this came out. And there was like some trees or something in the background, but ain't nobody got time for that, so I made it black. And yeah, I just really enjoy how this came out, and I can't promise that I'm going to tell you every single thing that I've used on every single page because that would be impossible, and y'all know I got that CRS. So yeah, hopefully you can see the glitter and everything. And yeah, this was really fun to do. So let's go ahead, put that back in. So the next section is my Fabiana section, and this was the Sun Princess or the Sun Queen, and I really enjoyed this one. And Fabiana liked her dress. She saw it and commented, and I could die happy because Fabiana Attanasio is one of my top 5 favorite illustrators. And yeah, I really enjoyed this one. Hopefully you can see the stickles and everything. And this was my second go at this picture because the first go I didn't like. I didn't do too hot, and so I tried again, and I really like this version. And of course I have multiple versions of everything printed out because I'm obsessed. So this one was done quite a while back, I think, when I first started to color, and I changed her hair because here's the light gray version of the PDF, and you can see how her hair was. And I did change it because I thought it would be fun to do that, and then hopefully you can see the glitter and everything. If I lay it flat, you can see it a little better. But yeah, this was really fun to do, and I look forward to doing this over so that I can see how much my coloring has changed, because I think that's fun to look back and see that. And I know for sure the skin will be different. But yeah, that was this one, and I believe all these are on her Etsy, so you can find that. Here is I always want to say Rapunzel. This one is Sleeping Beauty, and I think it's Sleeping Beauty, I don't know. And she's asleep, so using my context clues. Here's some gold paint on here. This was really fun to do. I enjoyed that. I really like her dress, and I have some alcohol marker on here. But yeah, I really love my single-sided papers because I could put stickles and go crazy, and it doesn't matter. So that's that one. Here are her Ariel, the Little Mermaid PDFs. And I have multiples on multiple types of paper. I think I printed each one like 3 times, and then some on tone tan, some on color pencil paper or Strathmore gray paper because I'm obsessed. I really need to dig into these because I haven't done any yet. So here is a Christmas PDF. I think this was free. I'm not sure though, from some years ago from Fabiana, and if I lay it flat maybe you can see it a little better. But I have like some glossy accents and some stickles on here. This was really fun to do, and I think she's so cute, and I just love her little bracelet. I don't know why of all the things I picked the bracelet, but I really like her little bracelet. It's really cute. So now we'll move on to, this is my Mystic Art Mirror section, and this picture is from Fairies. No, I'm lying. This is from Mermaid and Friends coloring book. And I copied it onto tone tan paper. I didn't write the date down because sometimes I do that, but I didn't do it here. But yeah, this is copied from there, and this was really fun to do. I like my color scheme. I like how everything turned out. I think I used Black Widows, if I can remember right. And you can see the stickles on her. And I don't know, I just love her little expression, and it's so cute. And I'm happy that I made a copy because I get to color this again. And I just really like how it turned out because it was a limited color palette. And not that I go crazy with colors all the time, but I don't know, I really like how that one turned out. Here is my Ariel. Let's see if I can scoot this over a little bit. And this was copied onto tone tan paper as well. And I remember being so proud how this came out because I love her skin. I love the hair. I think I used Black Widows. I used gouache to try to do flounder. And then I tried to shade on top a little bit, if you can see that. But it did not turn out that great. And I feel like I could have made the gouache a bit more opaque to hide the fin lines like I did at the top. But I think by the time I got the flounder, I was kind of lazy. And I was like, whatever. But overall, I really like it. And you can see the stickles. And I think this came out so nice. And I just really love the outcome. Let's go ahead and slip her back in here. I said I was not going to take all of these out, and I'm not, but I just feel like I have to do it. Okay, so moving right along. This Pocahontas was a buddy colored with coloring F, and I hate my raccoon or whatever this is. I really like Frances's one because she did like a red panda, and it was so cute. But yeah, I really like how I did her hair. I just love her skin. I love everything except that thing. But yeah, I did like some little wind because the colors of the wind song. Really enjoy how this came out. Hopefully you can see a little bit of the stickers on there. This was one that I did, I want to say last year because we had it on a tree. Was the year before last? I don't know. But this is obviously from Mr. Garmeris, but it's from her Christmas pack that she released, and you can see the stickles. And I didn't want to do red, so I did a blue, like a blue Christmas. Really like how they came out. So moving right along. This was my blue Valentine that I did because I didn't want to do red or pink. And I like the idea of blue Valentine. And you can see the stickles on here. And I really love her hair. I love her skin. I just love everything. And I like the little bit of lace that I did at the bottom. Hold on. Let me take this one out so you can see. And I did chalk pastel in the background to add extra hearts because there were hearts. But then I added some of my own with the eraser and just erased it out from the chalk pastel. But if you can see the little bottom, I did all these little sparkly drops or whatever. It's just so adorable. And I like the chocolates. Y'all know I love chocolate. I love her eyes. Just everything came out so nicely. And of course I can't even open this. Hold on one second. Okay, moving right along. This is from the Fairytopia. I have just the PDF of this book. And this was the first one I did out of that book. And I really love how she came out too. And I love all the stickles. And I made some extra grass just because I didn't want her floating. It was weird. And yeah, I really enjoyed this one. It was so fun. And I was going to do monarch butterflies, I remember at first. But then I changed my mind to do blue because I thought it would be fun and different. And then I added all of these little like butterfly kisses, little sparklies coming off of her head with super tip markers. Oh, this one is a color along on my channel, and you can see this entire picture being colored step by step. If you look in my playlist, so you just slide your finger over a couple of times if you're on your phone, you'll see playlist, and this will be in there, and everything's colored step by step. And I think with Artisas, if I'm not mistaken, for the most part, but I can't remember, y'all. I don't know. And I messed up her wing because she wasn't dry, and I set something on top of her, and it pulled it off. And then I tried to go over it again with a little bit of pencil, and yeah, don't do that because it tore it a little bit even more. So, she's done, and I'm going to leave her alone. But she has a little bit of stickles on her, and this was so fun to do. I really enjoyed coloring this one. So we'll move on to ones that I haven't colored. We will skip all those. I feel like I did another one before this. No? Okay. So this is still from Fairytopia, and this was color, I think last year, sometime in like October, November, and I named my little unicorn Raspberry because it's so cute. It looks like a My Little Pony, and I feel like Raspberry is a My Little Pony name. I don't know. But yeah, really enjoyed this one, and I love how I put the stickles in her hair. I remember I used mostly all Holbeins on this whole picture. And there's chalk pastel, there's stickles. I think there is Wink of Stella on my unicorn. You know what? This justifies me taking it out of the sleeve. Hold on a minute. If I can get it, you know. Because these things are so irritating to have to keep taking in and out of the plastic. But, oh, and this is copied onto, or printed onto, oh, I wrote the date, September 2020. This is printed onto Strathmore colored pencil paper. Oh, Autumn and Raspberry, Holbeins. Look at that. I remember properly. But yeah, I named her Autumn and the little unicorn Raspberry. And hopefully, I don't know if you can see the Wink of Stella. Look at that. I used to not like Wink of Stella, and I'm still on the fence about it. But sometimes, if you can't do stickles, Wink of Stella comes in because it doesn't leave a texture. But yeah, and then I have like glossy accents on her nose and her lips and her eyes. But yeah, this is like one of my all-time favorites. It came out so nice, and I like how I used my stencil to try to do some sun rays. And it just came out so nice. So let me put this back in. Give me a second. Okay, let's see what else we have. There's so many I still want to color. So this one I did, I think last year too. And I don't know if you can see her. Hold on. Oh, so I actually wrote the date, 11/12/20. And this is Strathmore tone tan paper. And I copied her onto here. And I love how this one came out too, because I gave her a little flower earring. She's available as a color along on my channel. At least the skin is, I know, if not the whole thing. I'm not entirely sure. But in the playlist, you'll see this one being colored. And it was a ball. So much fun. I liked doing every single aspect of the picture. And she has stickles everywhere. And I used super tips. I remember to do this grass and draw little flowers and little pollen dots with a Posca, and I did my little sun ray again. I might have shown the entire picture. I can't remember, y'all, but it's in. I know for sure her skin is in a playlist on the channel, and she has some glossy accents on her. But yeah, I think she came out just beautiful, and I don't know. Mystic Armers is one of my favorite artists. She's in my top 5, and I can't wait. She has a new book coming out on the 15th of this month. At the time I'm recording this, I cannot wait. It's just so, I love her artwork. It's so beautiful. And if I lived by her, I would want to get a tattoo because she's a tattoo artist as well. But yeah, I'm so happy, and I feel at one of my creative bests when I color her pictures because I feel so inspired and it makes me happy. So I'm going to go ahead and slip this one back in. I'll be right back. Okay. So let's go ahead and get to this one here. And I think I can take this out. So this one was a part of the Witchcraft 3-pack or 4-pack that she released like last year sometime, I believe it was. And I finished this November 7th last year. So yeah, this was last year. And I had a ball coloring this one too. And I think the skin is available on my channel, so you can see how I did that. But she has stickles galore and a lot of Posca, like so much Posca to be able to white out her hair and do this feather. And like I took my finger and did the smoke because to me this was like some type of sage or something. I don't know. Lettuce. I don't know. But yeah, and I used some glitter gel pen like in the frame. But overall, this was so much fun to do, as I say, with all of my Mystic Art mirrors. And I'll just go ahead and slide her back and then we'll continue. Okay, so I have my hand on a lot of the pictures because, you know, protecting the art and whatnot. So this one I did as a live stream back in April 2020, I think. And people really like this one. And I'm like, I've done better ones. But I really do like my tadpoles because I named them Leonardo, I think Donatello, and Squish was the names of them. Did I write it down on here? Oh no, I'm lying. Roger, Donatello, and Squish. And I did this April 4th, 2020. So I don't know why when I was coloring them, and I don't even like the name Roger, but I was like, I'm naming him Roger, and then Donatello, and then Squish. And I think Shalene told me Donatello because of the Ninja Turtles. But yeah, this one, I really like her hair color, and I like all the glitter that I did in the water. It's so pretty. And I love my frog. He's so cute. He's waiting for his kiss. So yeah, that was this one, and I'll go ahead and put this one back in my sleeve. Okay, let's see what else I have. Oh, I didn't say, this is from this coloring book, the one here. I think it's like Daughters of the Sea or something like that. And I have the PDF of that. So we'll go ahead and move on. My mom still wants me to color this one. And I'm like, yeah, I will eventually. Jewels are not my forte. Okay, so we're moving to Galaxy Girls. And I have this one done. And one of my best friends was like, this is like her overall favorite picture that I've ever done. I'm like, really? Of all the pictures? But I do like how I did the glow. And I just had too much fun with all this watercolor. I don't remember when I did this. This could be, no, I don't even know if this is watercolor. This might be Neo color too. It could be watercolor because how it looks. Oh my gosh, I think I have to sneeze. But anyway, she has stickles in her hair. And yeah, it came out really cool. I haven't done a bunch in Galaxy Girls, but I do really like this one that I want to do eventually. So we will move on. We're going into Zodiac Ladies. I was trying not to have this take forever, but it's just going to have to take forever. Sorry, y'all. So, no, nothing from there. I actually did a Zodiac Ladies, and I did the Sagittarius, but I gave it to my aunt as a Christmas present like 2-3 Christmases ago, so I don't have it. And then I did do the Cancer one a little bit, because that's me and my mom's sign, but I messed up, so I have to reprint that and try again, because I did not like what was going on there. So, Ocean Dreams, this was a buddy color with Coloring F. And we did this one fairly recently, like a couple months ago. It was this year in 2021 if I wrote it down. Yeah, June 1st. And I used Holbeins for the skin, Black Widows, and gouache. And I really like how this one came out. And it's so sparkly. I love my octopus. Like, she is the cutest. She or he or it or whatever is the cutest ever. So I just like to look at all the glitter. So let me pop this back in the sleeve. Okay, let's see what else I have. I feel like I have another one from this book. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Oh, I do. So we have this one. And I love how this one came out. I know this took me so long when I did color it because I have so much shading done on her skin. Did I write? Oh, I did this. Wow, I was busy on the 7th of November last year. Why put Finn like I'm French? I don't know. But anyway. This is this one, and I love how I had the idea to do that the butterfly was glowing and it reflected on her skin, and I had an idea for this from Pinterest actually, and then I just put my own spin to it and figured out how I wanted it to be on her skin. And then I used my Gansai Tan Starry watercolor gold for this, and I think this is Neo color 2 in the background. And I know I use Prismacolor because, those are my babies. So I always use my Prismacolor. And it was alcohol marker base for the kelp. And I guess whatever this yellow stuff is. But yeah, this is one of my favorites too. I really love it. And of course, because it's purple. Purple's my favorite color. And I really think I did justice with this skin tone being different. So I'll go ahead and slide this back in. So I haven't done any of these. It's only like 3. I haven't done the Easter ones yet. So this is going into my randoms, and this is copied from one of my Chinese coloring books where I did this one. And I really love how my panther came out. It was an alcohol marker base, and I used some of my Prismacolor watercolor to do this headdress thing, I remember. And I think I used Prismacolor too. I might have used polychromos on these leaves. I don't know how I'm remembering this, but I am for some reason. And then you can see the gold Gansai Tan Starry watercolor on here. I think there's some stickles, I'm not sure. But, and I used my Prismacolor Very Thins on her hair because I did get some of those for Christmas, like a little small set. And I haven't used those since then, and I really need to use them again because they are nice. But this is how she came out. I really love this one. And then I just have some randoms back here. This is a Michael Gelina one. And I did this so long ago, I think in 2017 or 2018. Because I started coloring in 2017. But I could have done that one back then. I didn't write the date, of course. But yeah, I really still love this one. And I think I did a really good job on her skin for me learning to do skin. And I love how I did her tattoos. I love all the candy. The only thing I don't like is this stick because it reminds me of like Mr. Pooh or whatever his name is on South Park, because it looked like this and I messed it up. And so I was like, you know what, I'm just going to make it chocolate and add sprinkles, and that's how it came out, and it looks terrible to me. But if you don't look at it, overall the picture is really nice. I love how I did her hair because when I do black hair, I very rarely do the white. I usually do like a blue or a purple undertone, and yeah, I really like how that came out. And so these are a bunch of randoms. This is the random section. I don't think I have anything else colored from back here. No, I do not. Nope. But Oh my gosh, that divider just made a weird sound. Sorry. And here is the one I did from the Ariel pack from Fabiana Attanasio a long time ago. I didn't write the date. It's Polly's and Neo 2's. But I don't like how this went because her skin didn't come out right the way I wanted it to. I didn't care about this bird, so I don't even care how he came out. But I don't like... It's like I like the sky, but I don't like the sky because it didn't blend right. And into the ocean, it just didn't blend. I don't know. It's just a lot of things that I just don't think really came together in the end on this picture. But I have this printed out 2 more times, I think, because, again, I'm obsessed. And, yeah, I can always try again. But that was the end of my PDFs. And now I'll get into my books. So bear with me while I get rid of this big thing. Okay, I'm going to start with my Mystic Art Mirrors for this part. And I have Fairy Tale Princess coloring book. And I do have this in PDF as well because I'm obsessed. She's one of my favorites, as I stated before. And this one I was trying to record for y'all. Actually, I can zoom in a little bit because my binder's gone. This one I was actually trying to record for y'all because I actually wrote the colors down. And I remember me trying to record this 3 or 4 times. And you shall see the fruits of that labor here in a minute. Because it just was not trying to work out for me that night. I don't think I've done any here. Why am I flipping this way? I flip back to front. I don't wipe that way. I flip books that way in real life. Like when I read magazines and stuff, I flip from back to front because, I mean, all the juicy stuff's in the back, right? Anyway, and it's easier. So I'll be flipping that way. So if it annoys you, sorry. But not sorry. August 10th, 21, I did this one. Oh, I haven't shown this on the channel yet. Let me zoom out. So this is one picture that I colored. The one picture that I colored in August because I don't really get around to too much coloring these days. The will is there. The will is very strong, but the motivation I just lack. But I did do this one in August, and you'll see this again because I'll do my completed pages from July to November, at the end of November. So you'll see this again, but I really messed up her skin when I did this. And I was going to throw her in the trash, but I persevered and kept on trying, and now it looks beautiful, and I'm so happy. And I don't know how I thought I messed it up. I can't remember, but I know I did something wrong, but it ended up very lovely, and I really love her. She's one of my favorites. And I did some watercolor splatter in the background. I gave her some glitter fingernail polish. She has stickers on her, and her dress is iridescent and has Wink of Stella, if you can see that. So I had so much fun coloring her once I got her skin together. And I did a 10. I don't want to say 10 because that makes her sound like she's a cheap princess and she can't afford a real tiara. But I did like a metally, but it's not that shiny metally type of crown going. But yeah, really enjoy her. And I think this is supposed to be Cinderella, right? With the mouse, I'm going to assume. But yeah, I love her dress. The iridescent. I tried to make it with the purple and the blue and the white. I just love how it came out. And the Wink of Stella is like on top. It just looks so good. So it's just okay to be proud of yourself. It's okay. So this one, it says I finished January 3rd, 2020. Oh, this is my I can't even talk. My frozen princess lady, Snow Queen, whatever she's supposed to be. And I really wanted to play with light effects, so that's why it's like pink snowflakes, but she has blue skin because she's a snow queen or ice queen or whatever, and she's, you know, cold-blooded, so she has blue skin. And I remember I was so scared when I did this because I did her dress base in Neo Color too, and it looked a mess until I went over with pencil and got it together, and I was like, okay, we can persevere. And yeah, I gave her little earrings, and her hair is actually gouache. It's like a some type of pearlescent gouache that I have, and then I just killed my Posca going over it to get rid of the black lines. That was really fun. I like her eyes too, so that one's really fun. Oh, I did this 11/14/20, so November last year, and this is my Tinkerbell, and look at all the stickles, which killed my freaking hand trying to squeeze that tube. I have to stick pins in my stickles, I think, to get them together, because some of the, plus it was really cold, and I think when it's cold it doesn't help, it doesn't come out nice fluidly, so you have to squeeze harder. So, you know, tip, keep them somewhere kind of warm. But yeah, this was my Tinkerbell, and I took inspiration from Mystic Art Mirrors, how in her original painting she drew Peter and Wendy up here flying, and mine look bootleg, hers look way better, but you know, they're there. And then I did my little flowers like she had in her original painting, and I just loved it so much that I had to put it in mine because it was it was blank, this background. And I used my Arteza watercolor to do all of that. And I used my Prismacolor on her. And I feel like I used alcohol marker on these books, but it's not showing. It might have been Super Tips, and then I went over it with Prisma. But all in all, I love how this came out. It's so glittery, it's so pretty. And my mom's like, you should frame a lot of them and hang them up. And I'm like, girl, I'm not about to hang these up. But here they are for my enjoyment in the book. Okay, moving right along. Oh, I have this one. I feel like I did a live stream or something on here with this page before. I'm not entirely sure, but I used some alcohol marker, and I know I used gouache in her hair. And this is obviously Alice in Wonderland, but I really like how everything turned out on this page. She was fun. And oh yeah, right, so this was the many times of me trying to show y'all this skin tone. And I do have the video up on my channel. If you go over, slide your finger over to playlist, you'll see how to do this skin, because it's shaded. It's more shadowed on one side. So that's how I intend to color the rest of the picture too. Really cool effect. And this is actually on regular copy paper, y'all. It's not even on any nice kind of paper. This is regular printer paper that I copied it on and was able to do that. So it's possible. But this one's in my book. So I've colored this thing as many times as I can, even this. So, you know, it was a struggle trying to get that recorded for y'all because my camera was not trying to cooperate. And I think that's all I have. And you saw Pocahontas out of here in my binder. So we'll move on to the next book. And now I have Mermaid and Friends coloring book by Mystic Art Mirrors. And I think I have the PDF of this too because I'm obsessed. Okay. So let's see what we have. I don't have anything done because you get like whatever this book is sample pictures in the back. But this one was done back on my channel before all that child online protection stuff happened, and you could see me color this one. But that video is gone now. We just have the picture to reminisce about. And I think I did this in Black Widows, and I really love this one because it's purple. And I really love when I do purple. I just go all out because I don't really do a lot of purple. And I just love how the colors coordinate. I think it came out really nice. And there is some some pearlescent Ganzai Tanby Star watercolor on her horse body. And I did like super tips for this part and the grass, and because I love my super tips, they come in handy for so much. And yeah, really like how this came out. I think it's glitter gel pen in her eyes and her lips. So that was that one. And I have one marked to do this month in this book, so hopefully I get to it and hopefully y'all see it if I do. Okay, so here's this one, and again a blue skin lady because I like to do my blue skin. And I think I did like some, I don't know, Neil Color 2 or something in the background. And I made all of these flounder from Ariel, the Little Mermaid. I don't know. I thought they would be cute. I don't even know what kind of fish these really are. But I have some glitter gel pen on like these bubbles. And I think I used ink tints on these shells. This one's really dark because I think I went over it with pencil and I didn't like it. So I was like, let me stop playing and leave it alone. And then I used Jennifer Zimmerman's Pearl tutorial. She has pink pearl, blue pearl, black pearl tutorials on her channel that you can follow. And I love to do her pearls because they come out so fabulous. And this is one of the times where I've done black hair or really dark gray hair and left like white in it. But I think it looks really cool and I like her eyes. I just love how this came out. She's still like one of my favorites as I say all the time. And I think that's all I have in this book, unfortunately. So now we will move on to the next set of books that I have for you. Okay, so now we have my Lulu Mail books, and I'm so excited because she's coming out with A Million Magical Creatures, I think it's called, soon. I think a little bit later on this month for us. I think it already came out in the UK, but I'm excited because I want that one, even though I don't show her books nearly enough attention. But she has dragons in the next one, y'all. They are so cute. If you go on her Instagram, you can see it at the time of my filming. That book's coming out. So yeah, let's go ahead and dive in and see what I've done here. So we'll start with my Poor Little Million Dogs. I got this was my most recent one that I ordered. And I have only just my whip, and I said that I was going to smack myself if I showed this again and it was not done, but I owe myself so many smacks because it's still not done. And I don't know why. I just feel so blocked now with this picture, and it's not because I don't know what colors to do. And I really like to color clothes and fabrics, y'all know that, but I don't know, it's just something about me finishing just these two dogs' clothes. The rest of his little outfit, And then I know what color I'm going to do in her dress. And then I just have to do the background, and that's it. But it's just taking me a dog's age, pun intended, to finish this page. But I think I did some polychromos on his shoe to get this burgundy. All of this is super tip markers. It's not alcohol, so it came through a little bit because I used Neo Color 2 base on the dogs and then went over with pencil. But like, it's not really ruined a little bit because I like killed his leg with the water. That's why it came through like that. But I really had to get his denim together. It wasn't looking right. I think I went over it a little bit with a little bit of pencil, but mostly it's just Neo Color 2. But yeah, it's not much to do on this page, and I just still have not done it. I just refuse. I'm fighting against myself on that one. So that's all I've done in A Million Dogs, which is sad because I'm a dog lover. I have a dog. I love every dog, but I wish I had 100 dogs. 1,000,000 dogs, but I don't. But love this book, but I don't know. We shall move on. A Million Mermaids. I really like this one, and I have a new one. No, it's not in here. I don't have a new one to show you in here. It's in the other book, but the one that I have done was this one for me and Mom's birthday 2020, and I used our favorite colors. Mine is purple and my mom's favorite color is blue, and I just thought this was such a cute whimsical page, and I put our star sign in here because we're Cancers, and this was so fun. And now since then I've made it a thing to do a birthday page for us every year, even though that was 2020. I did one again this year, so I'm going to make it a thing. Not necessarily in Lulu Mail's books, but just color a page with our 2 favorite colors. And yeah, this was so fun. And Lulu liked this one, I think. Or was it the other one? I don't know. I don't remember. But it's some Winkle in the balloons, if you can see it. And I think I used some metallic pen right here. And on their little narwhal horns. I love how they came out. I think they look so cute. So yeah, that was that one. And I think that's the only one that I've done in here. Unfortunately, I really want to get to this one. But what impedes me from coloring this is because I want to learn how to do a back glow. So like the moon is behind them, so it's a back glow. And the reference pictures that I look up is not helpful. So we'll see whenever I get to that, but we'll move on. Here we have A Million Bears. And I think I've only done the one in here. And there's a lot I want to do in these, but again, the motivation. So this one was really fun to do because it was a tea page. I love tea. Green tea is my absolute favorite, and I love matcha as well. I love tea in general, but those are my 2 favorite flavors. And yeah, I had a lot of fun doing purple and green because they coordinate, and I knew when I saw this page that I wanted it to be green, so I picked purple and like the browns. I think it came together very nicely. And we have some stickles on here and some glitter gel pen about the page, and yeah, it was really fun. And I love her little creatures. They're all just so adorable. And I gave my bear like some little blushing cheeks. So yeah, that's the only one that I've done in A Million Bears. Okay, so here is the new one I have to show y'all. It's in A Million Sloths. And I actually do like sloths. They're so cute. Have you ever looked at baby sloths? They smile. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. Anyway. So let's see. I kept the tag. So this was the one that Lulu Mail really liked. I did this in the winter time. I think in like 2020, 2019. It was with my polys. It was in the winter time. I remember distinctly. I didn't write anything down, obviously, but that has some glitter gel pen on here, and I gave my panda some ribbons down here, and I like to give them little blushing cheeks just to add something special. So that was that one. And it's so nice when you can have like 2 pages done together side by side. But this is the one that I've done this year, 2021, for me and my mom's birthday. And I wrote down actually what I used, and I wrote down, I finished it on July 4th, 2021. So again, I used Mom and I's favorite colors, purple and blue. And I used Holbein's super tip markers, Neo Color 2, gouache, chalk pastel, stickles, and glitter pen, and Winkle. So I used a bunch of these. Oh, and shout out, this post-it note is like an Alice in Wonderland one. Can you see it? A subscriber gifted me these, and I don't like to use them because I love Alice in Wonderland and I don't want to use them up, but on the off chance I use them, I still use these, girl, just know. But thank you. But anyway, yeah, that's everything I used, and you can see the stickles, and I put our zodiac sign up here, and then we're both born on July 15th. Y'all know that. I was born on her birthday, so I put that on there. And I used, like I said, my super tips because I didn't want to color this because all the little animals and stuff were in the way, and I just thought like that's too fussy to try to just dodge in between all of them. So what I ended up doing was just dot it up and made it look like it's just sprinkly and it could be vanilla underneath. And this was really fun. I actually messed these up so much at first because, like I said, I used some Holbeins or something, and it just was not coming out right. And then I just went over with gouache and then went over with pencil again. So this was a labor of love, but again, it was worth it because I think it came out really nicely. And I love my little bunnies, and I really want that to be like me and my mom because, you know, the little one is me and that's my mom. It's so cute. I don't know. I just love it. So, and this was gouache, just all gouache for the cupcakes. I didn't use any pencil there. And yeah. Oh, and the whisk has some glitter. I really like the shadows that I was able to do under here. And then I drew the wood grain on the table because that wasn't there. So that's a lot to talk about in this picture. So we'll move on. I think I have another one in here. Yeah, this was the first picture that I did in this book, which was the wiener dog pancake pile. And I had to do it because I love the wiener dog. And I don't like how I did the sloth's fur. If you can see, I just started doing just regular block color, like for them to look soft instead of doing the fur, because I don't like how I did that. But it's a cute picture, and there's glitter on it, if you can see it. And I think that's everything here. It did go through because I used a lot of water color. No, I used ink tints. And it did really go through because I put like hella water on it. But it's alright. And that's the last of my Lulu Mail book colorings. Let me go ahead and put my sticky back. So we'll move on to the next set of books. Okay, so here I have, I don't know what this is called, but it's by Make Lemonade. I ordered this on Amazon, and I think Amazon Japan, and it's Sleeping Beauty, The Nutcracker, and oh my gosh, Swan Lake stories in here. And I don't color in this nearly enough, but it's a lot of holiday pictures in here, and I really need to finish the ones that I have in here. See, it's really light line art, but this book is so beautifully illustrated, and I do not give it enough love. But I did do this one year, and I did this with my polychromos, and it's on the flip side of this page, which I messed up horribly because I was using polychromos on here, and I will never ever come back to this. It came out terrible, but this is the one that I'm proud of in here, and it has some glossy accents, and you can see the glitter gel pen, hopefully, and a little bit of stickles on here. And we actually in real life have bows like this for our Christmas tree, so that's where I got that from, because I did this with fine liner and then just put the glossy accents on top. I wish we had some of these. These are really cool. I like that. If I ever seen them in real life, I would be like, ooh, I need to get those. Anyway, that's this tree, and that's the only thing I have done in here, except this whip, which I did forever and ever ago when I first got the book, and I don't like the ribbon. It's ugly. And for instance, and my mom was like, it's not that bad. I'm like, I don't know, it's just something about it I don't like. It just doesn't connect with me. So I was thinking, if I do come back to this page, I'll just go ahead and use paint, because I do like my blueberries, and the lemons are okay. And you know, it's cupcakes. You know, I love food. It's my jam to color, so I need to come back there. I have a Halloween one that I did like 2 years ago, probably longer, I don't know at this point. And I did this with Black Widows, I remember. And I think this is Aurora. That is Sleeping Beauty, right? I think that's from there. I don't know, but I love the green glow. But I played games with myself because I was like, oh, I'm going to do this for Halloween. And then I realized how many bats were on this picture, and I was like, yeah, I'm not about that life. And then it's a cat. I don't want to do the fur. So yeah, that's why this has been sitting, and that's all I've colored in this little lovely book. And we'll move on to the next set of books. Okay, on to my Lizzie Mary Cullen books. And The Magical Christmas is one of my favorites by her, if not the favorite, because I used to be so weirded out by her books because it's so busy. But once you get started, seriously, it's not that bad, and they're really fun. So I do have some buddy colors in here with coloring F, but this one I did, oh my gosh, I'll have to zoom out a bit, maybe a little bit more. Let's see if we can do this and not mess stuff up. Okay. So this one I did one day. I did this in one day, I believe, and it was so fun to do. It just looks so fun. I want to come and skate here. And I love my rabbit shirt that says give beats a chance. It's so cute. But yeah, there is some metallic gel pen. It's some stickles on here. It's some metallic paint on here. It's just a bunch of stuff. But I had a lot of fun coloring this one. And like I said, I want to skate here. It looks really fun. Okay, so I have this buddy color with coloring F, and it's Sherlock's Home. And this one was really fun to do. And I do mostly work in this book with Inktense Neocolor 2s because whoever started doing that, I don't know, it works. Because to sit and color all these little details with pencil, I mean, I've seen some people do it and it looks amazing, but you know, I'm not about that life, so I cheat where I can. So I go ahead, and Inktense and water medium work really good in these books, so that's a plus. But yeah, that's what I mostly use in this book. And I do have some stickles on here, and then her hair is jacked up. Like, I don't know, they look like they got electrocuted because I used my super tip marker, and it has a fine tip, but like, I don't know what I was doing with this hair. That's the only thing I think I don't like about this picture, because they look like they got electrocuted. But other than that, it's a pretty good picture. So we'll go ahead and move on to the next thing that I have in here. And this was a buddy color with coloring F, and we did the, I forget what it's called. I think I color over it. Oh, God Bless Us Everyone. That's what this is called, from the Christmas Carol. And this was really fun, and you can see the stickles. I gave him stickles on his cane, and the little ghost has stickles on her. And yeah, this was really fun to do. I used Super Tips and Inktense and my Posca to do all the snow. So I love his trench coat, and I gave him pinstripe pants. I think that's so cool. So let's see what else we have. Oh, this is my Forever Whip, and I need this paper because that's the colors that I was using to do the building. And this set originally for a while. Then I came back and colored the ocean over with gouache, because originally it was done with not Super Tips. Originally it was done with Inktense, and I didn't like it. So then I came in with gouache and redid it. So I do like how the gouache looks. I don't like their skin. It looks crazy. May erase that, or I might just leave it. I don't know. But the building is not bad. That's why I keep this paper, because I need the colors. But it just, I don't know. I just got too overwhelmed with this one, because it's like a lot going on at the top. But hopefully one day I'll finish it. We shall see. Only time will tell, right? Okay, so I think I have, oh no, I thought I had another one in here. Let me see. I really feel like I had another one done in here. And I don't want to cheat, y'all. I may not. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, I do. Hold on. This one. The Galleries Lafayette Paris one. And this was a buddy color with the coloring F. And we like to buddy color in this book. And yeah, this was really fun. And I did her hair with just the Inktense dry, and look how cool it looks. It was like two colors. It was like a black and maybe a gray, or like that blue gray. And I just didn't activate it with water. I just left it because I just loved how it looked so much. And there's stickles and not glossy accents, but glitter gel pen on this page. And I love my little dude that looks like Einstein. And I gave him this pattern in his coat because I thought it was so cute. And yeah, that was the end result of that picture. So now I think that's everything in this book. And I had a buddy color with coloring F in it, but I kept dropping my book and the paint just got everywhere. And here's the page. It was the three wise men walking through the desert picture. And look at this. I kept dropping my book because I was coloring in my lap, and it kept closing and doing this, and the paint just got everywhere, so I ripped it out. I couldn't even finish it. So yeah, that was that picture that would have been done, but it didn't see the light of day. So we'll move on to the next one. Okay, so here I have the Magical Journey, and I really like the Magical Journey, obviously, because I bought it. But yeah, let's see what we have in here. We have Las Vegas. This was actually the first page that I did in this book, and I had so much fun coloring this one. And you probably, hopefully, can see the stickles on the Eiffel Tower and the little magic bubbles and stuff right here. But this was really fun, and I drew the cow print on my Cowboys shirt there. So that's really fun, and that's her little dog right there. Her little pug. Okay, so it's so many pictures I want to do in this book too. So here's the one that's a color along on my channel. You could follow this step by step. It's on the channel. If you're interested, just slide your finger over a couple of times. You'll see playlist. You'll see this on there, and it's done with Inktense, of course. And I modeled these foxes after some, I don't think it was Pokemon, but it was some type of fox that I saw on Pinterest. And I just drew these symbols on their head. And then I have a phone case where they actually, it's foxes on it. So it was modeled after a bit of both of those things. But yeah, overall, this was really fun. And I have some stickers on here if you can see it. And I really like how this came out. It's not too busy, you would think, with the swirls. But I think because I used a dark color, it grounded it. So yeah, this was really fun. And again, like I said, it's on my channel if you want to check that out. And I think that may be it, y'all. Oh, no, I'm lying. We have this one. And this is Borough Market. And I actually Googled Borough Market. And their ceiling and stuff is like kind of this green color. So I went ahead and modeled mine after the real one. And yeah, I really like how this came out. And I gave her a sparkly brown trench coat with some pattern in it, just so it could look a little more interesting. And oh yeah, that's her dog's name, Patty. And I gave her some vitamins so she can be well taken care of on her journey wherever she's going all around the world. And there's some glossiness on this little part right here. So yeah, I think that's everything that I've colored in this one. And we'll move on to the next set of books. Okay, here I have Mermaids in Paradise by Denise Klatt. It's the only book of hers I have because the fairies one I really don't like, and the gnomes one I don't like because I don't like gnomes. So I just have the mermaids. And this was one of the first, well, this was part of the first 10 books that I ever purchased starting my coloring journey back in April 2017. And here we have the one that I've done with the mermaid reading. I actually done quite a few in this book. And this was when I got stickles. So, of course, there's stickles on here. And here's one right in front of it. And I really love this one. This one might be one of my favorites in this book because I gave each mermaid an animal designation. Well, Denise drew them that way, but I did the colors. So I did her like a zebra, her a giraffe, her maybe a cheetah or something, even though that's not a cheetah print. But yeah. This was really fun, and it's metallic pen on here. Their tails have Wink of Stella. Like, look at that. Look at that sparkle. And I based it in, I want to say Super Tips, or was it alcohol marker? I don't know, because it looks like it might be alcohol marker too. But I based it in marker and then went over it with pencil for these parts of their tail because it's so wide spaced, you know. But yeah, this was really fun, and I made the clouds with acrylic paint. And I like her hair color. It's really cool. I gave them different hair colors. So I think it came out really nice. So here I have my mermaid. Oh my gosh. My mermaid taking a bath. And I really like my octopus. It's so fun. So I used some neon gel pens that I had for the orange on here, I remember. I don't know if it is a little bit of stickles on there. Surprised me. I forgot about that. So we have that one. Here's my mermaid walking her seahorses. But I think she's supposed to be like a cowgirl because look at her little belt with the cactuses on it. Like, I love Denise Klatt's mermaids because they're just so different than the normal mermaids that you see. And I'm all about that. So they have such character. So look at all the stickles on her tail. Like, how could you not like stickles? Some people don't. But I'm like, how? Anyway, and so I took my fine liner and gave her hair that texture, which I think is really cool. Back on my OG videos, I think I was coloring this on the channel, but, you know, that's gone. But, yeah. So, let's see what else we have. It's a couple of pictures in here that I still want to do soon. I mean, I like a lot of them, but it's some that I just mentally have marked. But this is one of my favorites with the mermaid playing with the penguins in the ocean. And I said this would so be me if I was a mermaid, because that's what I would do all day is just play with the animals. And she just looks like she's having so much fun. Like, her expression and everything is just so fun. And she has some stickles on her tail. And I think I used alcohol marker to base her tail too. Yeah, I used alcohol marker to base her. These were done a while back though. Oh, and I used a makeup sponge, like a cosmetic sponge, and dabbed white acrylic paint to make the water movement, or it looked like the water has movement from their activities here. And let's see what else I have. So this was an earlier one too. All of these are earlier. I haven't colored in this recently. I think the one with the animal print tails was my most recent one. Yeah. So anyway, here we have this one, and she's in a boat, obviously, chilling, and she has her little bird here. These birds are so fun in this book. They're so cute. I love how coloring with Alina colors in this book. She does amazing pictures in here, and I think I took inspiration from one of her pictures to do leaves like this and this skin. It's not exact, but I think she's done this skin and this kind of leaf before, so I kind of took inspiration for that. And then, of course, if you can see, she has stickers on her. And, oh, this was a fail whip I did because I did this with acrylic paint, and in my mind I thought I could blend it and it did not blend because I wanted it to be a smooth transition and not have to draw a line in the water to where each color transitions, but it didn't shake out that way. So, you know, I still can come in and just fix it with some more paint over top one day, but right now, no, it's just there for me to remind me of what I did wrong. So here I have my walrus page, and I really love how my walruses turned out. And I remember doing my icicles with just my Prismacolor pencils at first for the dark ones, and then I got lazy and tired and was like, yeah, screw that. And so I just did acrylic wash over these icicles and then just traced it with my Posca because this just took so much layering. Even though they look really cool, they look better than these, but you know, there we have it. But I still overall think this picture is okay, and I like my walruses. And I think that's pretty much it that I have for this book. Okay, moving to my Kanoko Agusa books, and she's in my top 5 illustrators. So this is her most recent book, Symphony of Cute Animals. And I heard that all her other books are coming out in English editions, which is interesting, but I don't know if I'm going to get them because I like the paper in these. So this was a buddy color with Coloring F last year. I think last year, 2020. Because I think this book came out last year, if I'm not mistaken. And this was really fun to do. And I'm really proud of it. I love my moose or whatever, reindeer, whatever he's supposed to be. I love all my food because y'all know food is my jam. I really enjoy coloring food. And I like how I did my apples because they look really good. I just bring it up to the camera. And I like how I did my metals. And I did like a little bit of reflection from the apple on my metals. I tried and I thought that it looks really cool. And I messed up on these candles. And so I just used red stickles because, yeah, stickles save all. And, I mean, I'm not really concerned about coloring this page. It's not a favorite of mine, so I'm not worried about that. But I am kind of sad because I do like this page with the ornaments. And, like, the stickles didn't leave that much of a texture, but... And luckily it's on like this part. So I think I'll be able to finagle it when I color it. But yeah, overall, really love this picture. Love how it came out. I feel like my camera is not focused. I don't know. Should I zoom in a little bit? There, that's a little better. So here are my apples again because I'm really proud of them. And my cotton. Like, I really love how this came out. One of my favorites in this book. Actually, I think I've only colored 2 pictures in this book and both of my favorites. So, yeah. Oh, and I took a stencil to do like some snow flurries. Okay, so next I have this picture, and I did this last fall too, and this is my favorite. And I had so much fun coloring the different foods and the coffees, and I have a tutorial or how I color of how I did the toasted marshmallows if you want to check that out on the channel, because I think they came out really cool, and I was really proud of that. And y'all just love all my pastries and everything. And I took inspiration from some pastries that I had seen on Pinterest and modeled mine after that. And yeah, someone told me last year when I was showing my completed pages for the month, I'm so proud that I know that's a start in these now. So yeah, thank you. But yeah, this was really fun. I always enjoy coloring a Kanoko Agusa picture. And we'll move on to the next book that I have. You know, I didn't even mean to grab this, but I grabbed my books all together from the shelf. And I have Rhapsody in the Forest now because Coloring F, Frances, she got this for me for Christmas last year. And I've yet colored in it, but y'all know, y'all seen this book 1,000 times. But I do have a page that will be my first page in this book if I can find it. Let's see. It's the dogs and the pasta. And like, that's going to be the first page, hopefully, that I color in this book because I love this page with the French bulldogs and the pasta. So hopefully I will get to this soon because I've had it marked in my mind to do since I got the book for Christmas last year. It's sad to say out loud, but yeah, we'll move on to the next book. Okay, here we have Minuet de Bonheur by Kanoko Ogusa, and I love this book. It's one of my favorite books. And let's see, I have a paper back here, but I don't think I'll color anything back here. I just have a lot of extra papers and books so that I can have them when it's time for me to color. So this was a labor of love. Let me go ahead and zoom out a little bit if I can. And yeah, well, let me fix it a little bit more. Sorry, y'all. But yeah, I really loved the end result of this picture. But man, oh man, this was a whip for forever and 3 days because I had taken time out after I had colored the leaves. And I did leaves bit by bit and spread it out over months' time. And I was sick of the leaves already. And then when I came back to finish the picture, I was sick of doing them in the gold. Because I did a gold Ganzai Starry Tambi base of the gold, and then I went over it with my chocolate Prismacolor to deepen it a bit and give it more depth for the gold things. But I'm so glad this is done because this took so long, but I enjoyed it. But you can see it's glossy accents on the champagne bottles. We have stickles on some parts, and it's Wink of Stella on my little bunny bride's dress here. I love them. They're so cute. And yeah, I'm just glad it's done. So there we have that. And this is the one that I did way back when I got this book, and I had some gold accents on the curtains in her dress. And yeah, this was really fun to do, and I think it still holds up even for right now, even though this was some couple years ago. This one I did, I think this might have been the last picture that I finished, or it might have been my bunny wedding. I'm not sure. I think it was this, though. It was the most recent picture that I've done in this book, and this had to be like 2020, I think. I don't know, again, because I don't write dates down, but you can see the glitter, because I put some stickles on here and some glitter gel pen for the bows. But I just had so much fun doing all this chocolate, and I really like how these macaroons came out. I just like how everything turned out. I think it just looks all very appetizing, and I wish I had a slice of everything right now. And I took inspiration from this little macaron tree from Pinterest for the colors, and that's how I worked around the rest of my picture to use the purple. But I knew I wanted everything to be chocolate just because, you know, I'm a chocolate lover. So there we have that. And I used polychromos for the gold trays, but then I think I used Prismacolor for everything else. And I used acrylic paint and marbled it to make this chocolate marble cake, because originally I colored one of these sections. I think it was this one. Did not like it. And I was like, yeah, I don't feel like being bothered coloring the other tiers. And so paint is quick and I can do fun things with paint. And so I just marbled it. And I think it came out really cool because marble cakes are a thing. So yeah, I really like how I did my shadows down here too. But yeah, I really like that one. Moving right along, I have this one. And this was a buddy color with Coloring Chat with Sammy and Coloring F. And I chose this picture even before I ordered the book. And I was like, can we do this one? And they were like, yeah. So we all did this one, and I made marble chess pieces. I don't even marble stuff too much anymore. Very rarely do I do it. So me doing the chocolate cake was, I think, the last time I used that marble technique. But it's really fun. It's messy, but it's fun. And yeah, I really like how this came out, and I have some gold paint on those like chandelier wallpaper things. I don't know. But yeah, I changed her hair too, because I think she was a cat, and I didn't want her to be a cat. So I just painted her ears out and drew this hair. And I added the polka dots on there. And oh, I did this bunny. So we have that. I think it's a little bit of glitter gel pen on there. But I really like I think these are irises. I think that's what it said when I looked it up. So I colored them kind of like some irises that I saw on Pinterest. Or whatever kind of flower this is that I saw on Pinterest. I colored it like that. So what else do we have? I think we have a couple more. We have this double page spread, which is one of my favorites. And yes, this thing was labor intensive as well, because this sat for months and months as a whip, and then I would come back and work on it, and then one day I just sat down and finished the whole thing. And I used washi tape on her dress right here. But yeah, fur. It's like I like to color hair. Love hair. You know, I get fed up with a lot of hair, but I'll color hair. But fur is similar to hair. But the thing about fur is it's so nuanced, because fur can have so many different shades in it. and you have to do shorter strokes with fur, and I think that's what turns me off about coloring fur. But I think I did really good with these bunnies, and I'm really proud of this gopher or chipmunk or squirrel or whatever this is. Like, I'm proud overall of how everyone turned out and their fur, but man, oh man, it takes so much for me to muster my courage and my concentration and my everything else to color fur and power through, because the pictures that Kanoko draws are beautiful, and you know, she does the animals, and I don't mind it, but it takes so much for me to power through and do it. But again, this is one of my favorites because I don't think it got too out of hand, even though I had to do so many different colors for the different foods, but I think it coordinates all together. And this is a mixture of Prismacolor, ink tints, I think some gouache for the table and the spread. I think I did a gouache base and then went over with pencil, like I said, washi tape. So yeah, this is the end result of it. So I can't complain at all because it came out really nice. And so here's a whip that Coloring F and Coloring Chat with Sam, we all have. I'm the only one that started on mine, I think. I think Francis did like this pig. But I think I'm the only one that's gotten this far. And what happened was I actually came back and erased my cup out because it was grayed out down here, and I don't shade like that anymore. And I think I want to make these all purple, like kind of purpley based. So I erased this out, and that was the last time I touched this picture to do anything. But I did like the chalk pastel background, and I did do some of the golds for my cups. But yeah, I don't know, I just have to be in the mood to come back and do this one. And then this one, I know how to do cracked brick, but I follow kind of a little tutorial by Coloring with Olivier Odoron. I forget what her channel name changed to now. And yeah, she has this on her channel if you want to follow it. So I followed it a little and did that around the bathroom wall. And this is super pink for some reason. I don't know why. But yeah, this is how this one came out. And I don't really like how I did this duck, but he's my ugly duckling. So that's why his forehead looks like that. But yeah, I tried to do like some different kind of ducks, like a little bit of brown duck or whatever. But my favorite things in this picture are how my bottles turned out. I don't know, oddly, that's just what I really love about the picture. And I think I put like some metallic paint on it or something, if you can see that. But yeah, I like my cracked wall and I like my bottles. So that's pretty much all I have in this book. And we'll move on to the next set of books. Okay, I missed one in here. This was a buddy color with Coloring F, and we did the bunny getting ready for the day or her date or work or wherever she's going. I don't know, but she's picking out some outfits, and I really love how this one turned out. I had so much fun coloring my mahogany wood for the closet, and I don't think it stickles on here, but there's a little bit of glitter gel pen some places, and yeah, I just stuck to limited palette, limited color scheme for here, and I really love how this came out. And I can't pick a favorite dress because I really like all of them, but if I had to choose, it probably would be this one or this one. I don't know, they look really cute. Okay, so that's everything in this book. Good. Oh, I'm missing another one. How am I missing so many pages? So here's another one that I did. I'm just cracking up with myself. Here's another one that I did. This is probably why you should mark things, but ain't nobody got time for that, and I don't want to waste the paper, so I don't mark anything. This one, I follow the brick from Katarina Zubakowska, I believe is her YouTube channel name, and she did some brick tutorial on her channel for like a Harry Potter page or something, and I really liked how it looked, so I tried it, and I love how it came out for her little the bunny art studio here. And I used my Prismacolor watercolor pencils for the window, and I think it gave it a cool effect. And I drew this little wood grain here. But I love my little paint brushes right here. And I just like how my fruit and everything came out. And I made her apron kind of dirty because, you know, she's an artiste. She is in there working her day away, happily doing her hobby or her career or whatever she paints as. And yeah, that's that one. And I believe, y'all, that I have found all the pictures. It's a good thing I flipped through this again to just make sure. Here's one I really want to do in this book. It's a food page. And I do want to do these frogs because I haven't really colored a lot of frogs, but I really like them. And I really want to get busy with this one day. But we'll move on to the next set of books, I promise now. Okay, now I have my Erie books, and this is World Heritage Travel Through Time, or It's something to that effect that this title is. I don't know because I don't read this language, unfortunately. That's just extra paper. So in here, I tried to do this a couple of months ago because I seen an amazing version of this on Instagram. And because I saw that amazing version of the picture, when I sat down to try to do mine, it looked like crap. And it just discouraged me. And I don't know what I'm going to do with this picture. And my mom and Francis was like, it's not bad. I'm like, I don't know. It's just something about it not jobbing with me. I don't know what it is, but I don't like it. So we'll move on to something that I do like that I've done in this book. And it's this little one right here with the, I don't think she's a witch, but I guess this medieval time lady cooking up her potions and concoctions and herbs in her little workshop. And this was really fun to do. And it has some glitter gel pen on like these things up here. And I don't often color crystals. It's just not something I color. I don't know. There just aren't many crystals in pages that I pick. So I don't know. I get nervous when I have to color crystals because I want them to look amazing. And, you know, the cop-out is throw glitter on it. And it'll sparkle and it'll be fine. So, yeah, that's what I did on here. So that's that one. And here, I love, love, love this page. This is the festival in Spain, I believe, that someone had commented when I showed this before. And I looked up a picture, a reference picture, so that I can get the colors and that I could get some inspiration for their dresses. So I love how each and every one of their dresses turned out. And I drew the cowboy print on his shirt. And I'll just hold the book up because it's easier for me to do that than zoom in and out and make y'all sick. So yeah, this is how they all turned out. And I love their little cheeks and expressions. And they just look like they're having so much fun. And there is some glitter gel pen. I don't know if you can see it. Certain places on the picture. And this was the first picture that I colored in this book, actually. So that was that one. I really want to do this one. Oh, I love this picture. There's so many that I want to color. But, you know, motivation and time. So that's all I've done in this book. So here's Romantic Country, the first tale. And I won't spend forever on this because I've shown these before. So I have these two. This failed picture that I'll never come back to because it just turned out just terrible. Here's the one that I did for Halloween. These are like really early in my coloring journey. Very much at the start, pretty much, because this was one of the first 10 books that I bought, I think, as well. It's this one. And that candle still freaks me out, being close to that shirt. Oh, I think I might have skipped one here. Or my page is just heavy for no reason. But I don't think that's the case. I think, yeah, I skipped one. Here's the one that I took inspiration from a picture that I saw on Pinterest. And I still have not yet come across, like, who colored the sky and the river or whatever this way. Because I totally used their colors and everything. Because I would love to credit them, but I don't know. And this one is one of my favorites in this book. This is one of the most recent ones that I've done. And you can see the black glitter gel pen on the frame. And it's just so cozy and cute. And I just love how I shaded everything with the light reflections. Oh, no, this was the last picture that I did in this book, actually, next to the other one. And I did this for the weekly color along that Olga Ronnie has on her channel where she picks a theme and you color. And this theme was grapes. And there's grapes here. So I did that one for that week. And there's some glitter gel pen on here. And I left it white because I couldn't decide what I wanted to do. And I was going to draw a window and do all this fanciful stuff. And then I was like, no, you know what? I'm just going to leave it and let this be the focal point. Because the way Erie drew that was enough. And it was cute enough. But I like my little shadow that I did for the tablecloth and the chairs. So I like how that came out. And of course I made everything chocolate because y'all know that's just what I do. So this is a really early one with the stamps. And it's mostly glitter gel pen. Like, I mean, I did do some pencil, but I mean, you know, I did the little brick on the houses. I tried to do like the fir, the pines from the Christmas tree. I don't know what I was doing, but you know, you start somewhere. And this was a buddy color with coloring F, and I love how this turned out. I love this thing. I can't pronounce it, but I love how I shaded the chocolate, and it just looks all so delicious. And then this one is a really early one. I hate what I was doing with this wood, like trying to draw the wood grain. I don't know what I was doing, and this faded a lot. I think I did that with Posca, but I mean, it kind of looks like it'd be like a real little chalkboard in a way, so that's not too bad. But oh, and I think I used some ink tints on this brick stuff as a base. Like, I love the romantic country books, but the paper, it just takes all of my patience to have to sit and struggle with this paper. So here's this one that where I drew the pattern on the ground, and I used Always Coloring Katrine's method for dotting the ink tints with your brush for rooftops. And this one's still cute. I think it holds up. And I have my castle one with the sheep. And I used chalk pastel to do their body because I wanted it to look really soft, and I think I achieved that with there. And I really like the purple in my castle. The grass looks just sad. I don't know what I was doing there, but I like it still overall. And I think that's all I've done in the first tail. The second tail, and I've done a few. And it's so funny because the second tail was the last one out of the three that I bought because, well, my best friend actually bought this for me for Christmas because I don't know, I didn't used to like the second tail, and then one day it grew on me and I was like, I need it. So I was happy when she got this for me. So this was a buddy color with coloring F, and we did the clock tower kids, or at least that's what I call them. I don't know. And I like to give I don't know what this kid pigtails, I forget, oh my gosh, but I do that now. I give them pigtails. I forget his name. And here's the one I did with the ballerina. And if you tilt, you can see the little white polka dots in her dress. It's very faint. I don't know if there's glitter on here. Oh, there's glitter on the fox. And glitter like over here. So yeah, this one still holds up. I think I really like these two. Shook the tripod. So I love this one. I want to color this one so bad. And it's in my mind. It's marked. I really love this one too. I love the pancake party. Oh, I actually started this some months ago, and I have not gotten back to it yet because, again, I have to muster so much of my patience to color on this paper, and Chris Chang makes it look so easy. I don't know if she has the Japanese version, but I have the English version because the Japanese version, the paper is better. But it's just so smooth, and I layer so much more now, and because of that, it gives me difficulty. Because if I was just to slap, you know, one or two coats of color, it wouldn't be a problem, but that's not how I roll now. So yeah, I really like a lot of this picture. Like, I like how I did the stripes for her brand colors everywhere. I love my breads and my cheeses and stuff that I've done. I really like how I did the food over here. I used ink tints here, and it peeled, if you can see that, if it'll focus. And it peeled right here. My paper peeled. So I don't know. And then I think I was doing the ink tints on this bush and it messed up. So I had to come back in with some gouache and fix it. And now it's super dark. It looks weird. So I don't know about this picture, but it's so much that I like. Because I like my sunflowers and all this stuff. I just like a lot of what I was doing. I don't like her skin. That looks crazy. Because I couldn't layer. And then, silly me, I'm trying to layer in this little teeny tiny little, I don't know. Anyway, I hope I do come back and work on this some more. But we shall see. Because I really like the direction I was going with it. But it just, Anyway, this is my most liked picture on Instagram ever. And here's where I gave her pigtails again. And yeah, my most liked picture. I mean, I agree. I really do like it because it's so much character in the picture. And I have like polka dots on the candles, Halloween colors. I did this little skeleton like a little devil, a she devil. I did Josette's little blanket with like neon gel pen. It's just so much I do like about this picture as well. So I agree with everyone who has liked it on Instagram. But that's like my most liked picture ever. So this one was done one night when I couldn't sleep, and I still can't believe that I did this years ago because it looks a hot mess. So we'll move on. What else have I done in this book? I don't know. Let's see. Oh, my church picture. I really like this one with her playing the pipe organ, And there's some gold paint on here. And I really like how I did her hair and her little bow and Josette's little neck thing. I think it looks really cool. I like how I did my pipe organs. So this one was a really nice one. I think it still holds up. I really like how that turned out. And I feel like I have another one, but I could be lying to myself. Oh, I think I'm lying to myself. So that's everything I have in the second tail. Okay, so here is the third tail. And I actually have 2 copies of the third tail because the third tail is my favorite. But my other copy is from Amazon Japan, and it's on that kind of paper instead of this paper, which is that paper on the Japan paper is superior to this because it has a little bit more tooth to it. But these are some earlier ones that I've done, and I'm so glad because I get a chance to actually try and do bottles a little better. Even though I don't do bottles amazing now, but they'll be better than this. But, you know, we start somewhere, and I really do like this one. I think that one might be my favorite one, and this purple one right here. But, yeah, the more I look at this, I don't know why I thought of Thor's hammer upside down. Like, that's what that reminded me of when I looked at these two just now. Anyway, the hat one, so I get to do that one over, which is fun, because I don't like how I did this wood, this horrible wood grain in the background. I will not do that again. Pumpkin page, and this is really old because I used ink tints on some of this where I just outlined it, and I don't know if I activated it. It looked like I gave up. I don't even know what happened, but that's that picture. Ooh, I'm excited because I get to do the dragon picture over, but I do like this one. It's things that I still like about this one, so that one's not too terrible. I just saw Chris Chang do this one, and she makes me want to color this because she did an amazing job, as always. She makes it look so easy when she colors in these books. Here is my double page spread of the mermaids. And I have a little bit of stickers on here, but I didn't go crazy because I have to color on the opposite side of this. So she has a lot on here. But, yeah, that was that one. All these are earlier, again, I mentioned, by the way. Hate this one. The only thing I like is the shadows that I did down here. This actually is paint, acrylic paint, but it's not matte, it's satin. So you can't color over that. And then I hate the one on the opposite side, too. Don't know what happened. My colors are all over the place. I don't know. These are earlier, again, I said, by the way. And I do kind of like how I did the reflection in the ocean, but it's not anything that I'm, you know, to write home about. I don't... I don't like it all that much. Okay, so this one was Ben's fruit boat picture. And I really like how I did this wood back in the day. I don't know. I was trying to draw in the leaf veins. I don't know what that was about, what I was doing there. Okay, so, oh, this is the cookie whip page that I'll never, ever do because I just can't blend. This paper is just so smooth. I don't know. And it just... made me frustrated, so I didn't even continue with the page. But I really want to color this one because I love that wiener dog. So cute. Oh, this might be maybe one of my favorite ones that I've done in here from back in the day, which was this one. And it was mostly gel pen and chalk pastel, and then I did a little bit of pencil, but it's so glittery. And I really love how the colors all came together in the end. This was one when I was really bold, and I used to play around with my ink tints so much because I had like a little 12 set of ink tints, and boy, did I use those to death. And that horrible grass that I used to draw like a kid. Here is the carnival page. I still like this one. I mean, it's not the best, but it's okay for what it is. Still like that one. I don't like what I was doing with this fence. I don't know what that was about. Here, oh, I like the silverware page. This is probably another favorite of mine from back in the day too. And I just didn't care about whatever was on the opposite side. What is on the opposite side? Oh, because I stick with this to death. So I just gave no F's and went all for it. So yeah, I really like that one. I was really proud of that one. Oh, I followed Chris Chang to do this one back in the day when I had the 72 set of Prismacolor. So the colors that she had that I didn't have, I just, you know, did it on my own. But I think it came out okay. It's not the best, but it's there. And so here's my vegetable jars that I did. And, oh, I did the market page back in the day. And it just went all through because I used some watercolor or some ink tints on this curtain or whatever, and I put like way too much water. So that happened. by accident. And so I have this double page spread. I really like my pig. I love how he came out. Oh, and my bike has glitter and everything, and stickles a little bit on there. Her hair, it looks like humidity was not her friend this day. I don't know what kind of bush I gave her, but girl. What's going on there? Oh, something went through here. Oh my goodness. That wasn't like that at first. Because I really want to color this page, but I'll be able to fix that, so I'm not worried. Oh, I really do like these two too. These are some favorites for being OG pictures. And I used like so much acrylic paint on here to do the white. And then on here, I learned, because I did this after that one, I learned to just leave it white. And then I'll have white and I won't have to use paint, I guess. So yeah, that's that one. And she has her pigtails again, because I like to give her pigtails. This one, this has acrylic paint all in the background. That's what that is, to make that color. And then I still like my sitting room. It's still a favorite of mine from back in the day, because I think I did a really good job. I mean, these are so old, y'all. Oh, this is an old one. I just hate this. I use ink tints a lot, like all over this page, and just, ugh. Oh, the Christmas little market. I gotta do this. I saved a lot of the Christmas pictures like this one. I saved them because I still want to wait to do them for some reason. And this was this page. And I really like my snowman because I tried to give him like cable knit gloves. I had a lot of fun. He has a little bit of glitter on him. And I decorated the scarves. I drew all that stuff in because, you know, I just thought it would be fun and more interesting. And I put a little bit of stickles on the snow. I didn't go crazy. And the sky is just so fun, isn't it? It's just all over the place. But yeah, that's that one. And that's everything that I've done in the English third tale. I think I've done a picture in the Japanese one. I'll get it in a second. Hold on. Okay, so in my Amazon Japan romantic country book, the paper is just already, it has more tooth to it. I love this one. That's why it makes me think that I might buy the first tale and the second tale from Amazon Japan, because I mean, I'll keep them all, but I just want better paper because I don't want to be stressed out trying to color. It's not fun that way. Why do I have this in here when I don't have anything color? I don't know. Oh, I forgot I did this. So I did the base of this, I think with my Prismacolor watercolor pencils, because I was going to color this one night, and I based it and set it up, and then forgot about it, obviously. So yeah, I need to go back and get that together. Here's the other one that I've done in here. And I did this when I first got my Holbeins because I really wanted to try them out on this paper and see if you just see how the paper was different. And it is, thank God. So yeah, she's really cute. Had fun doing this, and there's a little bit of glitter on there. I love her pigtails. I just love giving them pigtails. And I do this with a fine liner, a Sharpie fine liner. It's not hard to do. You just part the hair and do the little strokes and do the puffballs. So that's these, and we'll move on to the next set of books I have. I have The Night Voyage by Darius Song. I love this book, and I wish we had the Christmas tree in ours instead of the teddy bear at the front like the other version have. I forget what version that is. And that might be the Korean version or something. And they have a Christmas tree in the front. Why didn't we have a Christmas tree? But anyway, I did this one a long time ago, and I still really like it. I drew the wood grain on the desk and her little chair. Maybe I should zoom in a little bit. And there is some glitter gel pen on here. And yeah, I really like her little yellow skirt, and I like how I did the outside. So that one was really cute. I think my page is loose back here, the one that fell out. So this fell out for some reason. And this is my cat breakfast spread page, and I still really love it because look at that. I just took the metallic gold Prismacolor pencil and did the wallpaper. And then just covered it with stickles. And look at that effect. Oh my gosh. It still holds up like 2-3 years later. And this was really fun coloring on my berries and everything. So I just move it up so you can see that cat was the bane of my existence. It took me so much to figure out what to do with it. And then I just threw some marker on him. Or it might have been pencil still too. And then made his little fur. But it was a struggle for some reason when I did that. All right, let's see. It's not very many I have in here. It's still something. It's a lot actually that I want to do in this book because this book is so nice. Oh wow, that's it. So we'll move on to the next one. Okay, now I have The Time Chamber by Daria Song. And these two were part of, or at least one of these were part of my first 10 books that I ever bought. And that's why I think this one has the most colored in it out of the two. So here's this picture. This is an OG picture. And he reminds me of that owl from America's Best, the eyeglasses place that we have in the United States. I don't know if it's anywhere else, but we have an owl that's like their mascot, and he reminds me of him. So that's why I gave him glasses. Long story short. And I drew the wood grain, which I'm still proud of this. Like, go me for back in the day drawing that. And I have my Ganzai Tambi Starry Gold watercolor on here. And my little fairy, I think she's so cute, and I tried to draw like the stars having a glow. I gave her red hair and kind of like the similar skin color every time I've colored her in this book. Oh, this randomly, this is one that I really want to do with this one, and randomly this one. I don't know why I want to do measuring tape, but I saw an Instagram picture. Someone did this amazingly, and that's always been stuck in my mind, and it makes me really like this one to color. So here's my food page that I never gave a background to, and I still have not because I don't know what to do, and it's okay to just leave it white. I guess I'm gonna zoom you out a little bit, y'all. There we go. And I have some gold on here, some glitter gel pen on here, and I really love how I did my chocolates. And I think Shirley XLY, I think that's her channel name. I'm not entirely sure, but she doesn't make videos anymore. But I totally took her colors, I think, for this croissant and this thing right here, this chocolate, and did mine. So yeah. Oh, and I think doing this on the ribbon, because she did hers different, but I did that. Oh, I did draw the rosette little pattern on this napkin tissue thing. So yeah. And I think I have like one more in here. Yeah, this one, see, she has the red hair and kind of the same skin tone. And this one was really fun to do, and it didn't take me that long to do all this. This took a dog's age because I followed Julie's passion for coloring. I distinctly remember because I loved how she did her basket, and I wanted my basket to look really nice like hers. So I followed her tutorial, and I like the shadows on the rope. I don't know if she did that or I did that, or if she did that, shouts out to her. I don't know. And I just follow her. But I really love how this came out. And I did the sky with some soft pastels, chalk pastels. And then I have glitter gel pen on here. I really love how I did her hair. It's really nice. And let's see what else I have in here. Probably nothing. Pretty sure nothing. And I'm right. Okay, so we'll move on to the next book. So this book was strictly purchased for nostalgia purposes because I'm a 90s baby, and Nickelodeon was the bomb back in the day. And yeah, I just really had to have this book, and I just failed at coloring in it because this paper sucks. And I wish I could copy it onto other paper, and I might try that and try to resize it, but I'm not good at doing stuff like that, so that's why I haven't done it yet, or haven't even made the attempt. But here we have a marker base of the Rugrats, which is one of my favorite of all time cartoons ever. And it did not come out the best when I tried to do some pencil overlay and overfill. They look sunburnt. I mean, I like the shadows that I was trying to do on him and stuff, but like, I did that skin and was like, yeah, no, I don't have the patience for this. So a marker base through alcohol marker, and then just left it. And then I have like another one in here. Oh my goodness, this is bent because I was going to color this page. This one, which is Hey Arnold, which is another one of my all-time favorite cartoons. And I used alcohol marker on here, and it's streaky and whatnot. And I found this exact picture on Google and copied it from what it looked like for the best I could for the picture, for the colors that I had. And I tried to shade the chair a little bit with some polychromos, actually. And it didn't come out too bad. Like, I think the polys over the pencils comes out better than the Prismas, but I'm still not sold entirely. Oh, I think I shaded his lamp right here, and I shaded under the pillow. But, ugh. And so that's all I've done in this book. And I'm just not a flat colorist, so for me to flat color it, it doesn't satisfy me. And I'm sad because a lot of these cartoons were like my childhood, and I wish that the paper was better. But we shall move on. Okay, now I have Cinnamon Buns Dreams by Squishable, and I got this book because I saw it on Shayna and Colorland's channel, and I love to color food. It's one of my favorite subjects to color, and I just got this book after seeing it and was like, all right, let me just buy it. So I did this picture, and they have like cute little quotes on each side, and it's actually one-sided, and the pages are perforated so you can tear them out. So I did a base of alcohol marker on here, and then I did some glitter gel pen. But I did a lot of Inktense because this was Inktense, this was Inktense, oh, that was Inktense, and I shaded a little with pencil. And if you can see the glitter on the candy canes and whatnot. But yeah, this was really cute and fun, and I thought this peppermint was like Rapunzel because he has the vines coming down. Let me zoom in a little bit. Okay. And I think I've done, oh, that's it. Oh, you know why I think I've done another page in here? Because I picked out like 3 pages and just never got to them. Really? That's my only one in this book? Wow. Okay, well, that's my only one in this book. Okay, so here I have my Game of Thrones book. This book is the one based on artist interpretation. This is not the one where they look like from the show. And you can see that all the artists are in here and which pages that they illustrated. So again, this is the one from artist interpretation, not the show. Because I've seen this book on some people's channels, and they're like, they don't look like the show. I'm like, it's not meant to look like the show. So anyway, here is one that I did, and I remember doing this picture because I had a fever and I didn't know it when I colored this some of this picture. And I have some gold paint on here. I did my marble effect. So this was back in the day when I used to do the marble effects. I don't do it anymore as much. And the peacock feathers are really sparkly because I use glitter gel pen. And I like how my meats came out. I like how the wood and the chair came out. And I think this still holds up for right now for me doing this back in the day. I could have shaded the table way more, but I think I got lazy. And I used some alcohol marker and then just shaded under the objects. But yeah, that's how that picture turned out. And I think, oh yeah, I have this one, and this was Dorne. And to me, Dorne, since they have the sun and the spear and all that crap as their house sigil, I always think that it should be yellow and orange for their colors. And so I did yellow and some yellowy like colors. And I made this with Neo Color too because I wanted the banners to look faded because they've been hanging up there a while. And I think I did Inktense or Neo Color 2 base for all this stuff, and then I went ahead and shaded it with pencil. And I did this plant in polychromos, and polychromos are really faded in this book because everything else is Prisma and it's so vibrant, and then you look at the plants and they look dead. So like polychromos don't hold up here. And I did my marble floor again because I don't know, back at that time, I forget what time in life this was for me. I want to say like 2018 or something. Like, I really love to do the marble and play and paint. I still like to play and paint, but this, I went marble crazy. You can tell I pretty much did all the pages where you see this effect, and I pretty much did them around the same time. And I really like how these planters came out. I think they look really cool. So there's that one. Oh, I forgot I did this. So I never came back to this because it's just so many trees and stuff. And one night I said, ooh, I want to color a bunch of trees. And I picked this out. I did this many, started crying about it, and was like, yeah, no. So I don't know what possessed me to think that I had the willpower to sit and do all these little shrubs and trees when that is not anything that I really like to color, y'all. So yeah, and then I did this. I came back and did the sky because I wanted it to be like a fantasy sky, and I found a picture on Pinterest that I really liked, and I was like, ooh, I'm going to try and do that. But I don't think mine came out the best. And then I had to try to do like the sun right here setting. So I don't know. We shall see how this comes along because I can always paint this out and then just continue with my trees and whatnot. So we shall see. Time will tell, like I say. All right, what else have we done in here? I have this paper in here, but oh, because I want to do this picture. I just really want to do all his metal work because I like to color metal. But you see, y'all see all this, right? Y'all know that it's not something that stimulates me to color flowers and leaves and stuff. So I don't know about that, but I really want to color Loris because I want to color his armor. That's why that's there. All right, and that's all I've done in this one. Okay, I have to zoom all the way off of this one. So here is the Game of Thrones book that's based on the characters, the actors. And this is the HBO Game of Thrones book, and it's like huge. Like, look how huge this book is. And I'm at my dining room table, by the way, because I have nowhere to record anymore. So yeah, the only one that I've done in here is Brienne, and I have my wax paper because look how big of a piece of wax paper you have to have. This book is huge. Like, this is my hand. Like, this is the book. Anyway, Brienne was one of my favorite characters, and I had to color her first. And I looked up this exact picture on Google. I'm trying to grab the book. Okay. I looked up this exact picture on Google and went ahead and colored it as best I could color match. And I used all Prismacolor except her skin. I believe I used Polychromos, but I'm not entirely sure, but I think that I did. And then I used Super Tip based on her belt. I remember to get that burgundy because I have a Super Tip that's like that perfect color. And then I just shaded with pencil. And then that's her little house sigil that I did with Super Tips. I didn't really shade it. And then I had some Ganzai Tambi Starry Gold watercolor, one of the golds, as the frame. And I'm just so proud of the metalwork and her armor and her face. And just, I used ink tints on her gloves. Just came out so nice. And I'm so proud of it. The background, I flubbed it in because I was just, it didn't stimulate me. It's trees and I was just like, whatever. So I just took some watercolor and did the background because Brienne's the focus. And so that's all I've done in this book. But I really want to color Oberyn. I think when I color next in this book, he may be the next character that I do. Or a dog. Or Sandor Clegane, if we don't want to be mean and call him dog. But I seen an amazing version of someone doing this picture on Instagram with a Night King. But this book is so nice. And even if you don't want to color it, I think it's a good thing to have for a Game of Thrones fan. Like, here's the Oberyn one that I want to work on. And then I'll show y'all the one with the hound on it. So, yeah. That's that book. And we'll move on to the next one. Okay, so here's a random book that I have, my only Creative Haven book, and it's the Nutcracker Designs book, and I bought this blind just because I like the cover, and yeah. So I've done a couple in here, a buddy color with Coloring F, and that was a minute ago, like some years ago, and then I did this one as well, and this has stickers on here. So each picture is a phase from the ballet of the Nutcracker. Did this one, and I was really proud of this one because I used Artezas. I used Polychromos too, I think, on this one, and I really like how it came out. And I did this on the candles, giving them their own little personal designs on there. And I think that's everything that I've done in this book. Here is a Jay Summer book, Wonderful Christmas, and I bought this blind because I really like the display pictures that they had, the sample pictures that they had on Amazon. I think I'm only doing like one in here. Oh my gosh, it's stuck because the washi tape is stuck on it. Okay, so I did this one, and this was like 2019? I don't know, had to be something like that. And I used a lot of alcohol marker base on here, and then did pencil over top. You can kind of see it. And then I put this washi tape because I have some of these really pretty metallic washi tapes. And I was like, it's Christmas time. Why not put red? So I put red. I love the dog and this little sweater. And so Grandma knitted him a nice sweater, an ugly Christmas sweater. I like his denim too, how I did his denim. But yeah, I think that's and it's washi. Her skirt is actually washi tape. I think that's everything that I've done in this book. Oh, no, I'm lying. I thought I just saw one more. I did. This one. Oh, this was the first one that I did in this book when I got it. And the sprinkles are still glittery. And the glittery stuff's still glittery. But yeah, this was her baking cookies with her grandmother. So that was that one. And I messed up her apron and put Love to Bake a label. Because I think I was trying to do something weird right here. And it came out funny. So I just did that. And I think that's everything in here. Here is Vampires by Jay Summer. This was the first OG one before they did grayscale. And I had Vampires too, but I think I gave that to my sister because I don't like the pictures in it anymore. But this was one of my first books that I bought too because I like vampires. I've always liked vampires since I was little. Because Buffy. Because Buffy. Okay, so I've done that one. These are super old, y'all, and she has like some purple skin going on, and I made her mascara run because she's pissed that she got abandoned on her wedding night, was my story. So I did this one, and I messed up their fur, and I used paint on here, to cover it up. And I used super tip based on her costume and then went over a pencil because I wanted it to look like suede. So in person you can see it. On camera it doesn't translate very well. Oh, and I did the eclipse backwards. That's always funny to me. This one I've done, and you get doubles, so I can do these again now. Oh, and this is still my favorite in this book because it just came out so nice. I love how I did her jacket, and I don't know, I just like everything in the picture, and I like my cat up there. She just looks really cool. I love how she came out. And oh, I have this one. It's a little glitter on here. I mean, again, these are like super OG pictures. He reminds me of Lestat from Interview with the Vampire, Tom Cruise's vampire, because of the hair. I don't know. I really like this one. It's still ones like, I like this one too. I would still want to color a bunch of these in this book, but I just haven't gotten around to it. I feel like I'm missing one more. I don't think, yeah, I am missing one more. I already know which one it is if I can find it. Because I did it on my birthday years ago. Yep, this one. And I did this because I was at home by myself on my birthday one year, and I just decided to color and did this picture. So yeah, that's everything in vampires. Okay, now we're moving into my Misfits territory. Misfits by Weisstag, and I love Misfits, and they're not for everyone, but I really love the ones that I have. I don't have everyone, but they're all numbered, so you know which ones is which. And this is the first Misfits book. I don't remember which one I purchased first, but number one was not the first I purchased first. I'm just going in the number order of which I have them. I don't know why I'm flipping front to back. Okay, so let's see here. We have this one. This is a really old picture. So I have some bunch of scratch papers. That's where all my scratch paper is when I'm looking for scratch paper. Oh, you know why? Because I was going to color this one night, and then I chose something else. But it's in my mental note, my mind to color. Okay, so I have this one, and this is Misfit Toys. So this even has the date 2016. That's not when I got it because I didn't start coloring till 2017. So that's probably when I colored this. 2017, 2018 maybe. Not sure. But I like these crystals. See, these crystals came out really nice. And this was when I first started coloring. And it's so funny how brave you are when you first start coloring. And then you develop these fears or these hesitancies. And it's like, ignorance is bliss. I think that's why we're like that. Because when we first start, we're just doing whatever. And you don't really look up anything or whatever. Before you start getting intimidated. I really think that's what happens. So, that's just my opinion. Anyway, here's this one that I did. And I really love my little, I don't know what this thing is. A dummy or a teddy bear or whatever. But she draws them frequently. And I really like how I drew camouflage on him. And I really like her tights. And she has some glitter gel pen on there. It's like vintagey tights I tried to do. But this was really fun, and I just didn't give a crap about the background. It's like acrylic paint. This is Inktense, and I think this is even activated Inktense, but because of the paper, it just looks grainy. And then I did like some acrylic paint clouds. It was a rainbow right here, but I didn't think it fit the picture. Because like, why would it be rainbows and happy when you're dropping bombs? That's not, that doesn't coordinate. So yeah, that's that one. I still really like this one. So that was one that I think about a lot. Okay, so here is my princess train picture. And this probably is like one of my favorites in the book because I just love how it came out. And I like all the colors. And I like all my princesses. And there's glitter gel pen. Not glitter gel pen. Well, on her. But there's stickles on their tiaras. And I drew the fireworks in the background. And the little cotton candy smoke coming from the train. And the cat, I just did an alcohol marker base because I didn't care about coloring him. And that's all I have in number 1. Okay, so this is number 3. And these were before she started having themes to them. Because some of them have themes you'll see in a second. But in this one I've done, I think I wrote the date on here. I could be mistaken. No, I did not. Okay, I did not write the date. Ignore me. But this was really fun because I did an alcohol marker base. And then I just went over with pencil to shade. And then I drew this chocolate drops down because y'all know I love chocolate. And it was called Dessert Island. And I figured why not put chocolate drops on everything. So I did all that with gouache. I don't think I maybe went over it a little bit with pencil, but not really. And then her lollipops have glossy accents on it. And her inner tube thing has glitter gel pen. And I really like how I did her hair too. I think I put glitter in there. And it's like little chocolate sharks. So I think that came out really cute. Oh, and I have this one. This is so old. So old. I didn't write the date on here, but oh my gosh, because I know it's old because this was when my nephew was a baby. He's 5 now. And well, he did all this on the side, so when I was coloring, because he always wants to do what Auntie does. So yeah, and she looks like Scrump from Lilo and Stitch, because I always think that's what she looks like. So that's that one. Okay, and number 5, this is the nautical theme, one of the nautical theme ones that she has. And I've done a couple. So this was the first one that I did in this book. And this was my first try coloring with pencil over alcohol marker. So everything was based with alcohol marker, and then I colored with my Prismacolor over top, and then I just put a bunch of stickles and everything on here. But for my first try, I think it came out really it's not bad, but I think I could have shaded a little bit more on the neck, and that's what I thought at the time, and so that's why I put polka dots, because I was like, it'll hide my bad shading. So that's why I put polka dots on him. Not that he has measles. It just says he has cute little seahorse polka dots, okay? And then the background, I did my stencil and did some, not stencil, I took my electric eraser and erased out the dots over the chalk pastel. Because that was all the rage for some reason back in the day, doing that. Anyway, I have this one that I did forever and a day ago, and I've just never come back to it because, I don't know, I've just never come back to it. I don't think the picture, like, speaks to me anymore. And not just what I've colored, just the overall imagery. But I do have a cool idea to do with these sharks that I still remember, even though this was years ago when I did that. So that's interesting. And here we have this one, Down with the Ship. This is super old. And see, like when you use water medium on here, it doesn't blend the best because of the paper. Like you can do it, but it doesn't always come out the best. Because I think this was either ink tints or Neo color too. But I'm going to go ink tints because this was before I had Neo colors. Oh, and this was marker too with pencil over top for her. And I drew that little anchor on her hat. Thought that was cute. And I believe, yep, that's everything here. I always want to color this one. Like this is always in my mind to do when I want to pick up a Misfits, and then I always gravitate elsewhere, but it's in my mind to do. You'll see this one day. We'll move on to the next one. So here we have Misfits. This is Misfits number 8, an alien coloring book. And here we have my Britney Spears inspired page. And this is inspired by, oops, I did it again. Thoroughly inspired by that because she had that red one-piece leather, like little one-piece suit on. And I don't know, when I saw this, it made me think of that for some reason. And that's what I ran with when I did this. And the egg was up here, but not the outside part. Because it's called Cosmic Egg because of these eggs. So this part, the circle was drawn. And then I just decided to make it look like a fried egg. And I went ahead and ran with that. And this is the only time that I've used my Cosmic Stickles in the jar that you scoop out and like spread. And I did that on the sky. So it looks really cool when you tilt it. But yeah, she's pretty much inspired by Britney Spears' video. And I like her little pink skin. And I was playing around doing the shadow, even though I don't know what I was doing right here with the shadow, but I really just like the theme of this picture. It's so cool that she thought of to do eggs on a planet. That's funny. But I did alcohol marker base for the ground, and then I went over with polychromos to deepen everything and give it a little bit more depth. But yeah, I really am proud still of my fried egg that I drew, because I got the idea because of the other eggs, like I said. Oh, and her boots are sparkly. She has stickles on her boots. So, I think I've done, yeah, like one more or two more. So, I've done this one. This was actually the first picture that I've done in this book when I got it. And this was an alcohol marker base as well for the alien girl. And then I went over with my pencils. And I had too much fun splattering all this neon paint. And then I have like, I don't have any glitter or anything on here. I just had some metallic paint and I made the phone look a little translucent. But yeah, this was really fun. I love her little overalls. And I think that's everything. Oh, this is one that I want to color in this book. It's this one right here. So I always think about that one. And yeah, that's all I've colored in here. We'll move on to the next one. Okay, so I have Misfits, a Winter Fantasy. This is number 10. I really wish that she would do another winter one or another Christmas theme one, but I don't know. We shall see. So here, did I skip one? Oh no, that's just me testing stuff. So we have this one, Flying the Ice Cube. This is an OG picture, and I had fun doing all the snowflakes. And this is watered down acrylic paint for everything. You have this one, and you could tell this is old because my nephew did that when he was a baby. So we're talking like 4 years ago, this book. I haven't colored in this recently at all since then, which is a shame. And 'tis the season. We're coming around to it. Not that you have to color by season, because I definitely don't. I color what I feel like. But I did this one, which I'm not that pumped about. This one I really like because I took a Sharpie pen and did her hair. And I made that a chocolate bar. And I like all her little sparkly boots and all the glitter on here. And yeah, this is probably one of my favorites in the book. And I think that's everything because I haven't done anything else. Yep. This is number 11. This is another nautical themed one. And we have this one. And this is the diver. And I really like this one. And I didn't try to smooth my pencil out on his helmet because I like the grainy effect that it had texture. And I drew this little electric stuff coming off of them because I just thought that they would be like bioluminescent down in the deep part of the ocean. And this is black acrylic paint in the background. Oh, he has some metallic on his little grates of his helmet and his belt. And what else have I done? Oh, I've done the shark girl. And I drew the fish bones in there because they just ate. In my mind, that's the story I made up. And their license plate because they burped it back up. I think that's all I've done in here because, unfortunately, I don't pick this book up enough. And this is on my mind to do too because I really like this one. I have number 12. Number 12 is a Halloween one. And, oh, I did this on October 3rd last year. I remember on Mean Girls Day, so I didn't even have to write that down because I feel like I'll always remember it. But in June 2019, I had done the skin. Let it sit until October. And then I finished it. And I did color her like Regina George from the Mean Girls movie because she has her outfit colors. And she has stickles on her stockings. Or her tights or whatever. So it was really cute. And then I did some, glossy accents on the brain and the eyeball. Oh my gosh, my brain just like went to sleep for like 2 seconds. Anyway, what else do we have? We have this one, which is the mummy one. This one, which is called What I've Become. I still really like this one because I love how she drew the hair. She doesn't draw hair like that often. And this was probably Inktense. I'm not entirely sure. Oh, I did this one last year too for Halloween. Last year I was on a roll, yeah, October 2020. Last year I was on a roll coloring my Halloween pictures. This year, not so much. I only did like one. So this was Jack and Sally, or I made them Jack and Sally. I drew Jack, I drew Zero, and I made her Sally. And yeah, I had a lot of fun with this one. And I did my super tip markers. And then went over with pencil, and then this Neo Color 2, some cool metallic paint I have in the background, and then I did some alcohol marker for the frame. But yeah, I had a lot of fun coloring this one. I don't know why when I immediately saw this, I was like, I wanted to make her Sally, and you can't have a Sally without Jack and Zero. So, I mean, you can. I mean, you know, independent women. But I'm just saying, you know, it's nice to have the whole atmosphere of them in the picture together. And that's the only thing that I've done here. This is the only picture I don't like in this book because when I color it, I'm probably going to paint all that out and just leave the little arms and that top of the head. Because this grosses me out. I don't know why, but I don't like that part. And usually I never complain about her stuff, but like that, it's just gross. But I have one more, which is number 13. And this was the last coloring book she came out with in this size. Because I think she did a mini one, but I'm not sure. Because I don't have that one. But this was the last, like, book size. Book size. What is that? Anyway, fairies. So this is kind of a lighter one if you're not into, you know, the creepy crawly stuff and all that. So I've done this one. I think this was the first one that I did in the book. And I really like how she came out. And she still has her glittering on her head. And this is washi tape right here for her dress. Oh, and one of my favorites is in here. And I finished her in February last year, and I love this one. And she just looks so innocent, sad and innocent, but you know, she's still cute. And I love how I did her skin, her hair, the sunflowers, the background. I did with my circle stencils. I just love overall how it came out. And I did a little bit of her fairy dust falling off the wings because I like to do that with my super tip markers. And she has some stickles on her. and some glitter gel pen on her shirt. And yeah, that's pretty much how she came out. And that's all I have in this book, which is sad because this book is so cute, y'all. If you don't like her other type of colorings. Like, this one is, like, look at this. Y'all know this should have been the first one I colored because it has food and sweets and stuff, but I didn't do it yet. But it's so cute. I'm saving it. Okay, so that's it for my Misfits. Now we'll move on to the next set of books. Okay, I'm going to do my Clara books, and these are going to be a blink and a flash because I've not done a lot in these because I don't like this paper in this book. I may be in the minority with that. Don't know, but Tenderful Enchantments was the first one I got. And I actually told Francis recently that I've fallen out of love with these books. I really don't like them. I was thinking of selling them. I don't know. We shall see. But this has been a whip for like a couple of years, and I still have not done anything to it. This is an older one. I may have written the date. No, I did not. So we have that one. Yeah, I just don't like these books anymore. I don't know what it is. I mean, you know, we all grow and change and whatnot, but I don't like this book. But oddly, I want Fairy Celebrations. Like, I love that book, but I don't have it. But I want it. So here's Jack the Quack. I think I wrote his date down or his name. Oh yeah, so I did this in March of 2018. Still like how this came out. It's cute. Make sure I'm focused. Okay, so I have this one that I did in 2018 in June. And that's all I have in Tenderful Enchantments because, like I said, I'm not into these books anymore. And it's still a couple of pages that I really like and want to color, but it's far and few between. Let's move on to the next one. So here I have Fairy Miracles, and those are my only two Clara books. Again, even though I want Fairy Celebration so bad. So I've done this one. This was a buddy color with Coloring F, and I didn't write the date, but I think we did this in like 2019 maybe. I'm not sure. And this was inspired by some wrapping paper that we actually have for Christmas time. It's black with white and red candy canes on it. And I really like my glass bird. I like how I did there. So this one was really fun to do. And then the next one was inspired by Coloring at V's because I saw her post hers on Instagram. And I loved hers so much. It inspired me to color mine. And it's funny because I watched her video and she was like, she wasn't that impressed with her version. She thinks she did too much brown. But I love her version. It made me color mine. So yeah, we have this one, and I did a lot of this with ink tints, if you can't tell, even for like these cookies and everything in the background, and I blend that great, but it's still cute. It's still one of my favorites in here, and I really like how I did this chocolate mousse or whatever this is supposed to be. I don't know. Okay, let's see what else we have. Not much, because again, like I said, I don't like these books anymore. Here is my mermaid, and I did this in 2018. And I love this picture because I did this, I remember, with some Black Widows. And this was the first time of me trying Jennifer Zimmerman's Black Pearl tutorial. And I did use ink tints or Neocolor 2 on here a lot. And I like all the little bubbles I drew. And it's just so fun. And I have some gold paint on here and some stickles. And that's my little flounder guy. So yeah, that was really fun to do. This one's cute with the dragon. But look at these flowers. I'm not about to do that. Like, I love the dragons. They're so cute. I think that's everything, y'all, because I don't pick these up anymore. Yep. All right. Here I have Sweets and Dishes by Erie Nishawaki. I don't know. Anyway, I figured out, I was playing around with my printer, how to enlarge these pictures. So, if I want one bigger, I know what to do now. Because there's one that I want to color, but this book is so tiny. Like, everything is so tiny. And I do love it, but like, I want a bigger picture sometimes. So I did this one, and I remember when I finished this because Game of Thrones season 8 was starting that night. Oddly, I remember that. And yeah, I'm trying to grab it. Okay, so it has some metallic pen on here, some glitter gel pen. That was really cute to do. And then I have this one. This is probably one of my favorites in the book when I did the ramen page. think I did this last year, or it could be 2019, but I really think 2020 sometime was when I did this one. And I used Black Widows, distinctly I remember. So this was really fun to do. And I like how I did the little sriracha sauce on my ramen. To me, that's what it is. So yeah. And I like the shadows that I did down here under things in the ramen noodles. And I did glitter gel paint in the background, obviously, to make the dots. So that's like one of my favorites I did in here. Here's one that I did when I first got this book. And I did the fun summer spread fruit. I love the hat. I love the ice cubes. The glitter is holding up. Even though that was years ago. Whoops. And I think I have... Oh, I have a failed whip in here that I'll never do because I don't like the colors and where this was going. Because I tried to make the bag quilted, but this is so tiny I couldn't really shade how I wanted to shade, and it just did not turn out right. I think I may have one more. I might be lying. I think that's it though. Oh no, you know what? I have this whip that's still a whip in the front of the book. This one. And I've not gone back to it yet for some reason. Because I really like how I did everything. There's nothing wrong with it, but I just haven't found the motivation to continue it. Just making sure, but I do think, oh, this one for Christmas. I missed opportunity. I could have did this for Halloween. But this one for Christmas. I need to mark this so that I know. Let me do that. So that I know, like, I might want to do that one. Because that's a really nice one. I think that's everything. I'm just double checking because y'all know how I missed those other ones. Alright. That's it. Okay, so here I have this one. I forgot what this is called, but it's like the little mini books. And these were the last Chinese coloring books that I purchased. And I don't know, the paper kind of funny to me a little bit in here. Because I was working on this one first. And I didn't like how my pencils were behaving. And I can't remember if this was Polly's or Prisma's. I feel like it was Prisma's. Because I feel like I did one in the front before and it was Polly's and it did not come out right. Oh no, I haven't even colored in this book. Are you serious? Hold on. I feel like I did. I'm tripping. What? I did not color in here. Shame on me. Yeah, that's what it was. The paper just threw me, which is weird because this paper is usually really good. So I'll have to try again. It might have been me that night or whatever. I don't know. But yeah, I haven't colored in this. Shame. But I do have this one. And I don't know what this is called either. I ordered both of these on AliExpress. If you type in Chinese coloring books, they pop right up. Because I don't really order my books anywhere else than Amazon. Except my Chinese books. They all come from AliExpress. So there we have that. So I did this one in the little tiny book. And I really like this one. And I used watercolor in the background and for all of this stuff. So that's why it looks a little grainy on here. But I do have glitter gel paint and some metallic paint on here. But I love their little faces. Like, look at his face. Look at her little nose. So cute. Love how that came out. So I really have to get cracking with doing more in that, well, anything in that red one, because I've not touched it. And then I did this one in here. And I did this around Valentine's Day, I think, earlier this year. And I used ink tints on him looking all sexy on his boat. So that's that one. I think that's it. I have a lot in my mind marked in this book, but I haven't, like, I love this one, but I haven't done them. Like, I really want to do this one. And I think that's it. I think I've only, oh, here's the one that I did my polychromos, and I was like, ew. So I won't use polys anymore in this book because look at how the skin came out, and I was really trying to layer and it just was not having it. So that's that one. Okay, so here is the coloring book of The Gorgeous Wedding Dress, and this is by Dada Mao, I believe. Dada Mao is in my top 5. I know it's Fabiana Attanasio, Kristen, Glorious Ink, Mystic Art Mirrors, also as she's known, Dada Mao, Kanoko Agusa. They're like all my favorite artists now. And oh my goodness, it's not cracking, but I don't know what that was about. I love this book. It's so pretty. So this one is called Fairy in the Clouds. And when I was looking through this book to choose a picture, all I could think about was Tinkerbell. Let me zoom out a little bit. And so I made her like Tinkerbell because for some reason, that's all I thought about. And it might have done, but it might have had something to do. There we go, English. It might have had something to do with this castle because it reminded me of a Disney castle. I don't know. I've never been to Disney World, but that's just what I saw when I made it like the blue, kind of like a glass castle. And she's Tinkerbell. She's my little Tinkerbell. So I had a lot of fun doing this one and shading her clothes. And she has like a lot of little glitter gel pen dots and some glitter gel pen on her outfit. So this one was really fun to do. I love how this one turned out so much. And we have so many in this book that I want to color, but I want to save them at the same time. Shame on me. So here we have Dear Spirit in the Lake. I really like how she came out, except I don't like the background. I don't like her veil, and I don't like how I did the water because I feel like I could have tried a little harder when I got to her veil and the water. But for what it is, it looks nice. I used mostly Arteza, I believe, on her for her skin, her hair. And the dress might have been a mix of Arteza and Polly's. But for the most part, I really do like how she turned out. But she could have been a little better. Oh, and it's like some metallic and some stickles on parts of her dress. So I have another in here, which is the Bride of the Dragon. And I used polychromos on him, which came out so nice. And I used polys on her, and it looks terrible because it's not very vibrant and she's washed out. So that's pretty much why I didn't like this picture. And then I messed up on her hat. And then I had some washi tape that matches the color that I had already done for her dress. So I just did that. But in the end, I like how this all turned out. But it was a struggle. I really didn't like her hair at the time, but now it's okay. And I did the roses, like frozen roses, and they have glossy accents all on the roses, if you can see that. And he has some gold Ganzai Star metallic paint on him. She does as well, and a little bit of stickles on this earring or this hat piece. I don't know what that is. But yeah, it's still really nice. And I have some Winkle Stella on her sleeve. I like how I did her sleeve, like the translucent parts. I still really want to color this, but I don't want to color the flowers. But I really love that one. I love every picture in this book. I really love this one. So many. Oh, this is one of my favorites because if you look at the... Where's the little poster thing? Oh my, look at that. Like, I would love to color this like that. Like, look how gorgeous that is. I probably won't, knowing me, but I really like how that looks. And I think that's everything in this book. Yep, we'll move on. Here is another one of my favorite Chinese coloring books. I think this is called Beauty Drunken River, but it could be another title because these all have different titles for some reason, but this has that cover. And this, like I said, this is another one of my favorites. I love this book so much. And I did this one. And you can see I put some pearlescent paint over the hand in the water, and then I used some gold paint on my grown-up Aang because that's who he is from Avatar, from the last Airbender anime. And I really love his jade necklace. So I feel like I was lazy on the water and I could have did a little better, but now that I've grown, I know I can do this a little better. But I still really love this picture, and I did this like a while back. Not sure, maybe last year, year before last, not sure. This one, and I'm so proud of myself for coming back and finishing this picture because, I don't know, 2018 maybe, I had done his skin and left it and never came back because I didn't like how I shaded, well, I didn't really shade, but how I did his skin. So then I came back like maybe last year and shaded his skin and just finished out the picture, and I'm so happy that I did because he sat for like a year or two before I came back and finished him. So I really love how he came out. I used washi tape on his clothing, and then I used some Neo Color too, and then went over with pencil so it could look like that, you know, crushed velvet or suede texture. I mean, he has like the longest sleeve in America, but I really like how his sleeves came out. I love how everything came out. It looks so nice. The background was kind of lazy. I just used ink tints or watercolor or something for the leaves. But I really like how it came out. And, oh, and he has a little bit of glitter on him too, if you can see it on the trimming of his collar and whatnot. And I gave him scars, hello, English, scars. Because me trying to layer over the bunch of layers that I had already done on his skin kind of messed up the paper a little bit. But I gave him scars because he's, you know, he's a battle-hardened warrior. That was my story. So that's why he looks like that. Oh, and I like the shadow that I did under this part. Really cool. So we have this one, which I love this one. And I did this with Arteza and some Neo Color 2 for the background and the ground. But a lot of this was done with Arteza. And it just came out so nice. And I think I used ink tints for his robe and her robe too, for it to have that look of the fabric. And it's some metallic and some glitter gel pen on here. Not much, just a little bit. But I love this one. This came out so nice. And then we have this one, and I'm so proud of myself for coming back and finishing this one, because I think this was a whip since like 2019 and, well, 2018. I don't even know. I had done their faces and his cuffs and left it, and it sat for a year or however long because I messed up their skin so bad. But then I came back one day and went ahead and finished shading on top of what I had done. So again, I had to give him scars because he's a battle-hardened warrior, and because the paper couldn't take more layers from me layering the first time. But you know, I made it work. And I love his hair. I just love everything about this picture. The embrace is so sweet. I love how I did the background because it looks so romantic. And I put some glitter gel pen on her. I gave her an earring. So yeah, I really, really love how this shoulder thing came out. I used ink tints on his robe, cape, whatever. So yeah, love it. This book is so nice. Okay, so I think that's it, because I really want to color this one because I want to do all this metal. Someone did an amazing version of this on Instagram. I really want to color this one. I don't know what's up with me in these double page spreads in this book. This one, it might have been this one I saw on Instagram. I don't know, but they did like a masterful job. You are not going to get better than that. And I'm not going to try, but I'm going to do my version. And this one, I really want to do this one too. So it's so every picture really I want to color. I think one fell out in here on that might be my other book that fell out. But yeah, that's everything in this book. I'm going to show y'all this one, but I have not colored in this yet. Out of all my books, I only have like 3 or 4 that's not colored in. This is one of them, and I think this is called Butterflies in Love with Flowers or something like that. I don't know. These are already done like watercolor, but like that's what this book looks like. I'm going to flip really quick, and I haven't colored in it yet for some reason. Don't know why, but we'll move on. Okay, so here we have, I think this is a Dream in Red Mansions, but I think I'm wrong because I heard it be called something else, and I'm not sure what that something else is. And my picture fell out because I ripped the page out. It had black paint on it. So this one, I was showing y'all how to do the washi tape clothing, and I never came back to this. And I really like her skin. So that part's done whenever I get back to it. So this was a horrible whip that I'll never come back to, and this is like 2-3 years old at this point. I'll never finish that. There's no coming back from that. I have this one. This was one of the first ones I did in this book when I got it, because this book was one of the first Chinese coloring books I ordered from AliExpress ever. And you can see the glitter on there. I still like their skin. I think it came out so nice. I seen a beautiful version of this one, and they did all yellow. Oh my gosh, like knock your socks off. You gotta follow that color. If you have any of these, follow the hashtag Chinese coloring books on Instagram, and you'll be amazed. Okay, so this one, I really phoned it in the background, but I really like how I did the fabrics, and I like his hair. I don't even do hair like that anymore with the white like that, so come a long way. Come a long way. Anyway, and she has like glitter on there. This one, I think this was one of my first times doing polychromos for skin for her. And I love the washi tape kimono. I really like using my washi tape in the Chinese coloring books because you have so much big space. And if you don't want to be bothered with that with pencil, or, you know, you don't want to use watercolor or anything, it's a perfect solution. And all you have to do is find a washi tape pattern you like, and then just match it up with the color that you would like, you know, and color it. And it'll all come together. Don't you think? I think. And here's the glitter. So you can see that on her. And I didn't care about this background either. It's just very faint. I don't know. I think it's chalk pastel and the ink tints or something like that on the background. Here's this one. More washi tape. And then I just did a super tip marker base. And then just went over with pencil on this one. And I really like how this came out. I love her bracelet. And I love how I did that. It's so nice. These flowers are ugly. I don't know what I was thinking about when I did that. These butterflies are ugly. Like, what in the world? I love her hair and everything. I just like her. You can tell my focus is not the background in these pictures. It is not the background in the least bit. Okay, I think that's everything I have. And oh no, here am I. I'll show y'all these. You probably seen them before, but like when people ask me to demonstrate a skin tone, I mostly use these, obviously, because I mean, look, I have them perfect samples to do. I mean, it's little, but you can make it work. So yeah, I show how to do white hair on this one, which I do my white hair differently now. But I think it's videos on both of these on the channel of how I do white hair. And I think she's on the channel. She's on the channel for zombie skin. So yeah, check it out. It's under how I color playlist if you want to see that. So here is Portuguese ladies or Rotug ladies or something I've heard this be called. I'm not entirely sure. And this is a whip, has been a whip for like 2-3 years. Still haven't come back to it. I think I redid her skin the last time I touched this, but I did a marble effect to her dress. That was the last time I was playing around with marble. And then I was just turned off by her fur coat and just never came back. It's not bad. I could still like recover it. It's just, I don't know. This is so cute. I really like this book too. These have some like beautiful pictures. Like it reminds me of the 20s in a way, because like didn't they wear those? And like a lounge singer lady. And they just are so nice. Like this reminds me of the 20s because like the clocks and stuff, or the gramophones, megaphones, whatever them things were called. I have a picture I color and it has that in it. Like I love this one. There's so many nice pictures in this book. This was my sunburnt lady where I did the washi tape. I think this was my first time doing the washi tape. And then I was like, oh my gosh, I love to do this. And then I just started doing that. But her skin, she looks too red and sunburnt. And I'll never finish that because there's no coming back from that either. That one I can't fix. So here's the thing I was talking about. And yeah, I really like this one. And I like the purple because when I do purple, y'all know, I go all out and do a lot of purple. And so here's her glitter gel pen. I love her skin. I love her hair. I think this was all marker for the brown. Yep. And then I just went ahead and shaded it with my color pencils. Gramophone, megaphone, whatever that phone thing is called. I don't know. And I really love this one, but I have to get better at my bottles before I tackle this. But this is so nice. I think she's like a madam. Because, like, look how she's dressed. And she has alcohol ready for folk. Maybe she owns a bar or a saloon or some crap. That's what I think. Anyway, moving on. Here is this picture that I did with my Black Widows. When I first got the skin, I did the light skin with this. And then I used the dark set with the dark skin set. And I'm really disappointed in the Black Widow's light tone skin set. It's not the best. But the dark is, I have 2 sets of that because this is my favorite. And I used ink tinsel a lot on this picture and some gold paint. And I really like how she looks. I think someone asked me, was this a sticker one time? And I'm like, no. It's just black Posca and I colored it. It is just gold paint on there. So it's not a sticker. And yeah, I think that's it in here. Okay, this is my last Chinese coloring book, I think. I kind of got these off of my shelf the way they were, my bookshelf, and they're in order, but some of them are, you know how you just put stuff back sometime. It's not in order. So I think this is the last one though. And I forget what this is called. Yeah, I really don't remember this one. Or even have an inkling of what it could be called. It's like a lot of men in this one. Let's see. Oh, this was one of the first pictures I colored ever in a Chinese coloring book, because this was one of the first books I got. The first book, if not the second. But yeah, I really love how this came out, and her skin still holds up. Like, that's so nice. And I use watercolor, those cheap scratchy watercolors that I had. I gave them to my nephew now, and I base coated her kimono with that and then color over it with my Prismacolor. And then I used my Gansai Tambi Starry Gold watercolor for the curtain. And then I just don't like her hair. Like, I feel like it could have been a little better, but for the time. And then I did like the little shadow from this curtain bead. I think this holds up. I really still like this picture. So I really need to come back to this book because it has really nice pictures. And I really like doing these videos. And I really like to watch these kind of videos because it inspires me to color, or it just reminds me of books I have, or like pictures that I forgot that I had. So this one was a buddy color with Coloring F. Surprise, surprise. We did this one together, and I really love this one because I used all gouache for her kimono. I did not use any pencil except for the band and around here. So all the purple was gouache, and then I used washi tape, the flower washi tape. So I really love to use my gouache and play around with it. I'm still not good. I'm not good by a long shot, but I like how this came out. And yeah, really like this picture. And I'm going to get chalk pastel all over myself because I don't spray fixative, but this is all chalk pastel for the ground. Because I couldn't decide what she was lying, if she was lying in water or the ground. So I just made it look like dirt. Dirt, ground, I don't know, whatever. So yeah, I really like her jade necklace too. It's really cool. I think I put some glitter gel paint on the strand that was holding the string that was holding it together. And that's the only time I really do makeup, because I don't really do makeup, but I gave her eyeshadow. And, oh, I wrote a date. 10/29/20 was when I did this one. So last year when I did this one, and it's very appropriate right now, apropos, because it's fall. And I did a marker base for all the trees, and then I went over it with pencil. That took it. I think it took a long time, but then I don't, because I actually enjoyed doing that, which is so strange, y'all, because you know I do not like the color leaves and trees and stuff, but like this was actually relaxing for me to do. And I think maybe because it wasn't green and I put like several colors in here, it was more stimulating, maybe. But yeah, and I'm really proud of her because her kimono is all gouache too. I did not use pencil. And look how cool it came out. I'm really proud of that. And then I use washi tape, as I always do. And then she has some glitter gel paint in her hair, stringy things, and her nail polish. So yeah, this one came out really nice. I don't know if her skin was polished. It might be Holbein. I think her skin was Holbein. And I'm not really the best at using Holbein for fair skin. Oh, this is when I really want to color. Like, look how nice this is. It's in my mind, mental note to do. Here's a man. He's on the back too, on the back cover. It's like it's just a couple men's in here. Anyway, moving right along. Oh, this is a good winter one. I always think of this one when I want to color a winter picture because it has the snow. So I have to remember that that's in the one with the lady on it. I'm not going to remember that. Anyway, so I did this one night and I was really happy. And then I got sad because I didn't water down my acrylic paint enough and it was really thick. And then it reactivated with the nail color 2 that I had put in the background. And I don't know why I didn't put 2 and 2 together in my brain and know that it would reactivate the nail color. But here she is. I still really like everything about her. I love her hair, her clothes. I love how I did the moon. So I won't be too discouraged about that. But she has a little bit of glitter on her too. And I think this is kind of, I don't know. I should have made her have pants because a little wind blows. That's it. Because that's her leg. How I made it. I'm like, maybe I should have made them pants. But she'll be all right. It's nighttime. You know. She'll be fine. Anyway, I have this one. And I did this with, I know I did her hair with my polys. Her skin wasn't. But I really like her because, like I think I said before, she reminds me of Rihanna one time when I was showing this picture. But she does. I don't know, when Rihanna had that red hair. And then I think I did some marker base, yeah. And I went over with pencil, and she has some glitter gel paint on her at the bottom of her kimono and, like, her earrings. And I really like how this came out. I think it still holds up. And this was, all these pictures were a minute ago. I haven't come to this book for a while. I was going to do this one day, and then I changed my mind. This was the most recent one that I had picked out in this book. But, yeah. Anyway, we'll move on to the next set of books now. Here I have the classic comic coloring book. And I really like this book. I don't color in it nearly as enough. But it's basically like old comic book covers. Or vintage comic book covers, I should say. Or something like that. And you just can color them. So they're heavily inked like comic book things would be. But that doesn't deter the coloring, I don't think, at all. So this was the most recent one that I did in this book. And I did this in the summertime. I want to say like June or July. And I really love how this came out. And it has some gold paint on the words and some glitter gel pen. And yeah, really enjoyed this one. And the only other one I've done in here is this one, which I did on the 4th of July one year. Oh, it was 2020. 2020 seems like it was 10 years ago. I swear. I don't know. But yeah, it was just last year on July 4th. I finished this one and I gave her a very patriotic bikini and bracelet. And I did the marble on the yacht or the boat because I actually was doing something else. Didn't like how it was turning out. And so I was like, you know what? I can use my marble. So I even gave her like little wooden wedges and cute little toenail polish. So yeah, this one was really fun to do. I enjoyed this one. And there's so many to do in this book that I really like. So that was this book. Okay, now I have like this bootleg book, which I don't even think is by Disney because it's so poor that Disney would not be putting this out. I just don't know how this came about, but I thought the pictures were going to look like this on the inside because I bought it blind, other than seeing this, and these don't look that bad. So I was like, oh, okay. But they are like ill proportioned and just not the best drawings. I do like this. So there are some gems in this book that I really do like, but like the drawings are really weird. So if you see this on Amazon, save your $7 because it's not worth it. And then they have like some of these really weird busy backgrounds, which I'm going to paint out because ain't nobody got time for that, and it just doesn't match. And so like the inking is weird. It's just a weird book overall, but some pictures I really do like. And I did finish this one. It's the only one that I've done in this book. And I have my sticky right here because I used Black Widow's Prismacolor gouache for the background, alcohol marker base, glitter pen, glossy accents, and stickles. So I used all that on there. Doesn't seem like it, but I did. And it's Pocahontas, obviously. And yeah, I had a lot of fun coloring this one because I like to color clothes and I love to color skin and hair too. So, you know, fashion is really cool. It encompasses a lot of that. So yeah, only one I've done in this book. Here I have my actual licensed Disney book, Disney Silhouettes Magiques, and it's by Hachette Heroes. I say Hachette because that's how the French ladies say it. I don't know, but whatever. Anyway, this book opens this way, and my book fell apart. So these are all still binded, but like this one fell out. And it's Minnie Mouse, and I had a lot of fun coloring this, and it's a lot of glitter gel pen on here because it's Minnie Mouse, and why not? But I really do love this book, but I don't like to color repetitive images. It doesn't stimulate me, and I get bored fast. So obviously these have a lot of repetitive things encompassing the character silhouette, and that's what just makes me not excited to color in here because, like I said, it doesn't stimulate me to color the same thing over and over again or just repetitive images. I don't like to do that. So, but I did do this one. I did enjoy this one, and there are like so many in this book that I really do like, and hopefully I'll get around to the ones that I really like because I do like this book. So now I have Vintage Model coloring book, and it's by Creative Lounge because it looks like a Demita Victoria book, but it's not. And I've only done this one in here. And I remember I spent 2 hours coloring her skin because this is all Prismacolor pencil, no marker base. But I did use marker base for some of the background things. And it's wrinkly and stuff because it's Posca. And it made it kind of feel funny, but I don't mind that. But yeah, this is my rockabilly chick, as I like to call her. And I had a lot of fun coloring this. And it is some stickles and some metallic paint on here, but I did have a lot of fun coloring her, and I made the polka dots on her bikini top just to make it a little more fun. And she's still one of my favorites, the skin that I've done, and the only one in the book. So yeah, and we'll move on to the next book. So here I have Fiercely Gorgeous, and this is by Evelyn Liza. I think these are all sister companies, them, Creative Lounge, and Demita Victoria, because all their books look similar. I could be wrong, but I think they're somehow connected in a way. So here I did this lady, and I did this as a color along on Instagram because I don't remember who it was. Oh, here it is right here. I wrote it down, thank goodness. So this was done in August 2020. That seems so far away. Oh my gosh, not like it was last year. So on Instagram, Nirma Coloring had a color along, which was green hair and green lipstick girl. And I did this picture for that hashtag for the month. And I used Holbeins for skin, Black Widows for hair, Prismacolor, and gouache. So that's what I used on this picture. And her top is so sparkly. And her lips are glossy because I used glossy accents, like I said. And yeah, green hair, green lipstick. I had never done that combo before, and I really wanted to try it out. And this was the perfect subject to do so. And like I said, her skin was Holbeins. So I really like how that came out. And then this one was done this year for July 4th. And I used Black Widows on the skin, Margaret's Prismas, Posca acrylic paint, Polly's for the hair. And I finished this on July 2nd this year. So just in time for the 4th of July holiday, and I used some metallic gold washi tape on the frame. But this is how she came out, and I had a lot of fun coloring this one. Like, big faces used to scare me, but now I just really like to color skin, so it doesn't bother me. And at one point in time, I remember I used to think it was so weird when people were like, I love coloring skin, and I used to be like, that's weird, but now I love to color skin, so I get it. Anyway, this was a lot of hair to do, and I did, like I said, I used marker because this was a lot of hair, and I just went ahead with my pencils to make it darker. And it's a lot of stickles and glitter gel pen. Oh, and I gave her this cute little flag earring, and her strap for her top was so skinny. It's no way that strap was holding this top up. So I made her strap bigger, and then I gave her a star print on her top because it's 4th of July. Why not? Well, I made this a 4th of July picture, so yeah. It was really fun to do this one. So that's that one. And then I think it's one more here. This was the very first one that I colored in this book, and I didn't write the date. But, oh my gosh, the glitter. Do you see the glitter? It just got everywhere. It's so pretty, though. It's even on her top, and it was never on her top, ever, or anywhere else. It was just the background, because that's black glitter gel pen, but now it's gone everywhere. But I'm not mad at that. So, yeah, I think I used Black Widows, or it could have been Arteza. I'm not even sure what I used on her skin. I'm not even going to try to guess. I don't remember. And I used all gouache for her top, though, and I really like how the purple came out in her little Peter Pan collar. I really like how the glitter has spread on her top. It looks so nice. So, yeah, that's how that one came out. I think it's glossy accents on her earring and maybe her eye. I don't know. But, yeah. That was a lot of fun. I really love this book, and you get 2 of each image, and it's just right up my alley because it's faces and it's a little bit of clothes and hair. So, yeah, this one's a really fun book. Okay, here I have Cute Witches by Jay Summer, and sadly, I did not color anything in this for this Halloween. Missed opportunity, but not really, because you can color what you want any time of the year. So I will be visiting this book because I have some pictures picked out in my mind that I would like to color, and you get 2 of each image. Just making sure. Okay, so this was the very first picture that I did in this book, and I really don't like it. I didn't like it at the time that I finished it either, because I got lazy with the pumpkins. Initially, they were all supposed to be shaded like these, and then I got too lazy, and then I just blacked out this pumpkin because I don't like to color repetitive things. Again, I say it bores me. So that's how that turned out. Her hat turned out ugly. Her eyebrows turned out ugly. Her eyelashes is just too thick. I don't know. I do like her boots, and I do like the house right here, how I shaded it, and the trees, because I did use an alcohol marker base full out of this picture, and then it's shaded over with pencil. And her top is washi tape, and her boots are really sparkly because of stickles, but I really don't like that picture. I think I have one more. This one, I do like how this turned out for the focal points. The background I could care less about, and this big ass rat. But I do like how I did the magic coming out of the book, because I followed a tutorial by Karolina Kubikowska on YouTube, and she has I think a Kirby Rosanna's picture that she did this glow for, and I really loved it and wanted to try it, and I think it came out really cool on this page, and I think it warranted it because, you know, it's magic happening. And I like the glow that I did on her face from the book, and her hair has turned the color of her hat because this was marker, and I think it absorbed the marker. But yeah, and I like how I did the spell book down here. So it's bits and pieces that I like about the page, but overall, you know, it's here. So I think that's everything in this book. Let me just triple double check. But yeah, I don't color that much in this book for some reason. I don't know, but I do have some pictures picked out, like I said. So we'll move on to the next thing. Here is The Look by Suwa. This was one of the first of the first 10 books that I bought. My book is just so dirty, the cover and everything. I don't know why, but I've done this lady right here. And I've done quite a few in here. I've done this one, and she's so fun. I love how she turned out. And it's some metallic and some glitter gel pen on here if you can see it. Let's see what else we have. We have this one. And I used washi tape for her skirt and her Burberry purse. I made a Burberry. I like to say Burberry like that. Anyway, and I used acrylic paint for the background. And I had some red underneath it, and it kind of came through, but that's okay. But this book is really good because it has men in it. It has women, kids. It has different ages of people. So they have even like older women. I mean, it's really fun if you have not seen this book. But This was the very first picture that I did in this book. And I made this like the Belgian flag for the background with the waffles. So that's really interesting for the skin, because I really was trying to layer it, but it didn't work out the best on here at the time. But yeah, that's this picture. Oh, and I have my whip that I think about seldomly, but I never come back and do, which is this one. And I believe this was done with all Black Widows, and I just haven't come back to finish it because it's not much to do. And this big empty space, if I was lazy, I could just chalk pastel it, call it a day. But I want to kind of draw something in the background, but I'm not sure what I would like to do. And I color all the birds, and I realized I missed this one. So when I did these, I don't know how I missed that one. Maybe I was just tired of the picture at that point. I don't know, but I've not come back to that. And then this one was the last picture that I've done in this book, I should say. And I really love how this turned out. And her shirt is really glittery, and she has some gold paint on her belt and her purse, and then this has gold paint. But yeah, and then my guy over here, just ill concerned with what's going on. He's on his phone like most people. He doesn't care. But yeah, this one was really nice to do. I like her skin. I like how my ice cream came out. I just really like overall this picture. And I was sad because the glitter paint came through on this one, but I think I'll be able to work with it when I get over here. And originally I had done the top of this ice cream thing with polka dots. You kind of could see it a little bit, and it came through, but I didn't like it, so I covered it with the paint. So, but yeah, that's how that one came out. And like I said, that's my most recent one. I think that's it, other than this one where my marker just ran out when I was trying to base this, and then I tried to color with pencil and it just came out horribly, and I just quit while I was ahead. Just make sure there's nothing else here. No, okay. So I have Sweet Treats by Kaiser Color. I don't see this book around at all, like any colors channels or anything, so that's interesting because it is a nice book. The paper is really smooth, but it's a nice book because it has so many nice treats and stuff in it. So this is the only one that I've done in this book, which was the cake pop page. And I had a lot of fun coloring this one. And I know distinctly I used my Artezas on this one. And then I think the rest was Prismacolor. But for these two, for the caramel looking colors, it was Arteza for sure. And then I put stickles and glitter gel pen on this, on the sticks. And the background, I used chalk pastel and I think a glitter gel pen, or it might be just a fine liner to do little polka dots, just to add something extra. And I did use chalk pastel to make the shadows underneath the cake pops. So I think this one turned out really sweet, and pun intended. And I just like the color scheme that I did. And that's everything that I've done in this book. I haven't even come back since I've done that picture, which was like, I think either 2020, 2019, something like that. I don't know. I can't remember. We'll move on. Okay, so now I'll move on to my Fabiana Attanasio book. So this is Snow White. And I really want the Jungle Book and Hansel and Gretel, and I wish I would have bought them when I had the chance because these sold out and that was it. Okay, so this was a whip that I had for like 3 years, and I've just not come back to it because I don't color like this anymore, so I don't think that I'm going to finish that ever, and that's a sadness. But you know, I really like this page, and it's mental note in my mind to come and color this page. So here we have my double page spread. And I really like how this came out, and my idea to do the black flowers that came later, because I think I messed up one and I didn't like how it turned out. And so I had the idea of doing the black flowers because they're sad. Everything's dying around her because they're sad she's in this sleep. But I really like my prince and his cape and everything. And she has some gold paint like on her headdress around this. I don't want to say a coffin because that just sounds so bleak, but whatever. And his costume, if you hear that, that's my poster because it's still taped down. You get like this humongous poster in all her books, which I do want to color one day actually. So I used Sharpie marker on his head when I did his hair, and I really just didn't care because I'm never going to color this. This is one I want to color, the Evil Queen. Okay, so let's see what else I've done. This one. And there's some glitter pen on there a little bit. But I remember I did her hair with ink tints and then went over with pencil. And that really took forever. That took longer than me doing anything else on this page. And I used ink tints for the background right here. I remember doing that. Oh, the food page. I remember back on my channel, OG people, when I was showing how you color pie crust and stuff, and I will color it totally different now, which is so funny. And these strawberries and everything. So it was kind of like a tutorial how I colored back in the day, and I'll never come back to that. It's of no interest to me. So here I have this one. This was the most recent picture that I've done in this book. I really love this picture because it just has so much action in it, and I really love how everything came together in the end. And I think I used my polychromos on their skin, and I don't know, it's so cool. I love that I did red because I was thinking danger and, you know, that type of thing, because he was going to stab her with the dagger. So I made it red. I think this is Neo colored too. No, gouache. I think this is gouache. And then I just put a little bit more water in it to make it lighter versus when it was dark down here. But yeah, I love this picture. And I did use super tips as a base for her dress, and then I just color over with pencil. And I really like how that came out, and you can see the stickles on her bodice and her sleeves, and just, you know, her headdress and everything. So yeah, I really love everything about him too. I love his hair and how I did his clothing and the knife and everything. I love how I did the little shadow. So like, this picture is like one of my favorites in this book, if not the favorite so far. And that's all I've done other than the one in the front. Yep, which was this one. And I never even bothered for the other half. I just wanted to focus on this one because this does not interest me at all. So yeah, this one was really fun to do. And I do have some gold, like, it's not Sharpie pen. It's like, I think Uniball Signal Gold or something like this that I did the gold with, and it stands out really nicely. I need to get another one of those pens. And then I did some watercolor base for her hair, and then went over with pencil, and I love how her hair turned out. So that was that one. And that's it for Snow White. The Wizard of Oz, and this was so generously gifted to me by a subscriber, and she knows who she is. Thank you, because I wanted the Wizard of Oz way after the fact. And she had an extra copy, and she mailed it to me, so that was very sweet of her to do, and I'm thankful that I have it. And so I've done this one, which is available as a color along on the channel if you want to follow along and color this page. If you just swipe your finger, you'll go to playlist, and the wizard or something, it should be up there under that. And yeah, this one was a lot of fun. And you can see his glossy accents on the buttons and his glasses. You can see some of the stickles. And yeah, this was just so fun to do. And I had extremely too much fun, like splattering all my paint for the curtain. And all this was super tip markers, Crayola, and then with pencil over top. You can get some really nice rich textures when you try that method. So I urge you to try it. But I did so much on the wizard as far as giving him ermine fur, and like his pocket square has a W on it, and like doing the sleeves. Like, it was so much fun. And I love Toto because I was so nervous when I did the fur, but I think it came out so nice. Like, I couldn't have wished for it to come out a little better. It's perfect to me how he came out, especially for doing black fur. So yeah, that's that one. And I have this one, which was a buddy color with Coloring F, and this was kind of recent when we did this one, and I had a lot of fun doing this one. I gave my witch warts, if you can see it, and it's a lot of stickles and glossy accents on this page because of the water. And I like to do Dorothy's shoes silver because that's what color they were in the original novel. And I gave like her polka dots some little characteristics like stripes and stuff because it reminded me of how her dress was in the movie. So yeah, this was really fun to do. And I think I have like one more. Yep, one more, which was this one. This was the first picture I did in this book not when I first got it, but this was the first picture that I chose to do. And I still love it. And I love how the lion's mane looks. I used washi tape on Dorothy's dress right here. I love my little scarecrow. I know I did a lot of Black Widows on this. So yeah, that's how that came out. And you can see her little shoes with her stickles. Let me just double check. But I think that's the only 3 that I've done in here. This one's acting wonky. Like I have something back here, but I probably don't. Yeah, I do not. Okay, that was everything in The Wizard of Oz. Okay, I have Alice in Wonderland. This is my second copy because I bought another copy because this was my first book that got me into adult coloring in April 2017. And I love that book, and I colored so much in the first one. You'll see in a sec. And also, if you already seen it. So I bought another copy, and this is the only one that I started, and this was years ago, and I don't even know. And I'm sad because I don't know why I chose to color in the new copy. Because I don't even color like clothing like that anymore. So I don't know about this one. But that's the only one that I've done in the second copy. And in the first copy, which is, if I can reach it right here, this is my first copy. The very first adult coloring book that I got back into. And I won't go into detail about this because I have a whole video dedicated to my Fabiana Attanasio books where I talk about things. So if you want to see that, just scroll down a little further. You'll see it on my channel. So this is one of my favorites, though, that I've done in Fabiana's books, because it's always fun to think of what type of treat something can be, or what type of cake, or what have you. So it's fun to make that up to me. My Mad Hatter. This one has a little bit of stickles on there. Oh no, that's not stickles, that's glitter gel pen, black glitter gel pen. That's a really early one, because a lot of these are really early. I have this one that I've done, and there's glitter gel pen on here too, and stickles over here. This one is like my favorite of my Alice in Wonderland pictures that I've ever done, and it was a buddy color with coloring F, and I think it still holds up because I love how I did the background and everything. Like, it just came out so nice. So I love that one. This one, and you can really see how my coloring has progressed since I first started coloring. If you can look at my blending and look at my shading on things, like, look at the skin. Like, I have come a long way. And I love to see the progress. It makes me so happy just to know that I'm making some progress. Because sometimes you can't tell. But when you have your older pictures, you can really look back and go, oh, wow. Like, I didn't color his hand. Like, I didn't even bother to color the plates. But, you know, I was really proud of me trying to blend my prismas, like, with this green. I was really proud of that at the time, I remember. But, yeah, there's no shame in it. You got to start somewhere, you know? So this is another one of my favorites. This might be my second favorite next to the King and Queen one, because I really love how this came out. And this caterpillar was so much work, y'all, when I colored this thing, because I think it was all pencil. I don't even think I used any super tip or anything base. I just straight up did it with pencil. And I really like Alice's dress because I made it super polka dotty. And yeah, this was really fun. This is a really early one. It's just so interesting to see, like, what I do differently. Oh, I have this one. My rabbit. This one. I think I was using Crayola, but I could have not been. I'm not entirely sure. But I know I used Crayola over here because I think it was when I only had like the 24 set of Prisma, because that's what I started with. So, and then I think I have a key in the front that I've colored. But I've done a lot in this book. I think that's everything, but I just like to double, triple check. Yeah, I think I showed y'all everything in here. Wait, what was that? I saw pink. But yeah. Okay, we can move on. Cinderella. So I have quite a few done in here, actually. I love this one. I've always wanted to come and color this one, but I just don't do it. Not quite yet. So I have this one, and there's some stickers on here for the shoe. My poster is falling out. So this is an early one too. Like, look at her hair. What in the world? But I really like this stool. Oddly, at my curtain right here. I like him too. He came out really cool. This one was the very first picture I started my channel with for coloring chat, and I will always remember it as such. And that video's gone, but yeah, I really remember me doing every little bit on this page, so that's fun memory. We have this one, which was a buddy color with coloring F, and it's so funny because we both did marble. But she did a different color marble. I love how she did her marble. And I have a lot of gold metallic paint on here, and I really like how this came out, except the sky. I really wish I would have done the sky darker, but in my mind at the time, I don't know what I was thinking about, because I did fireworks in the sky. I should have made it darker because I took all this time to shade all the bushes dark because it's close to midnight. but the sky looks like a daytime sky, but it's okay. And overall, I really do like this page. And I used a heck of a ton of super tip marker to base her dress and his cape, and then I just went over it with my pencils. And I love this effect how I did, kind of like taffeta in my mind, but taffeta doesn't even look like that. But I was inspired by a dress that I had saw on Pinterest, so I really like how this came out. Long story short, okay, I still really want to color the fairy godmother. Wait, where is she? That's not the picture, but I do love that picture. I don't know. Oh, this one. I really love this one. I might color this one next when I come to this book. I say that, and then I'll pick a completely different picture. That's why I'm not reliable. Don't pay me any mind. Okay, so here's this one. It's mostly just glitter pen. And like, look at her skin. A night and day difference to how I color now. And her dress. It's not shaded very nice. I like this one too. So I've done this one with the cat. This one, which is a double page spread. And this picture coined me saying if I have a Cinderella page, it basically means a page that takes me forever. Because this page took me so long to color. Oh my gosh. I don't even know why. But she used to have like some flowers or something. And I blacked all that out and just did my own cute little flowers to kind of match the ones Fabiana drew. Because I was not about that pattern life at the time. And I used ink tints for this, I remember. And then this is like me using the dry brush technique on the wall to make the wall a little more interesting. So there's that. And then I used some chalk pastel to do like a fuzzy reflection in the mirror, because I was trying to draw her face and it was not working out and I got frustrated. It just did the same kind of colors in the mirror with the chalk pastel. I remember that, but I still do like this picture. I like to do my double page sprays in Fabiana's books for some reason. So this one, I was really happy and excited about coloring until my mom said they look like aliens. And I've not come back to this picture since she said that. So it might just sit there like that, y'all, because I don't like it anymore. It's so funny. Anyway, this was a buddy color with Coloring Chat with Sammy and Coloring F. And we did this one years ago. And I still really like this one. It holds up. I like that I gave her polka dots, and I like her earring that I gave her. And I like the little carrot cake because I made that carrot cake. I like to put little embellishments on my page, as y'all know, who've been with my channel for a while. Thank you if you're still here, by the way. Okay. And in the front, this was a buddy color with Coloring F. And this was kind of recent. I think we did this like... I mean, it could have been last year. Everything I think was 2 years ago, and I look at the date and it says 2020. Because 2020 seems like 20 years ago. I don't know. It's weird. But anyway, we did this one. And this is in the book twice. Because you can do the blacked out background one. But we both did the same one in the front where I did the watercolor. And I used gouache for my pumpkins. And I think they came out really cool. And I like the little magic that I did at the bottom. Magic swirls. So yeah, that's how that one came out. Peter Pan. This is Peter Pan. And ignore my dirty cover. This was the second Fabiana Attanasio book that I bought after Alice in Wonderland. And I remember when I first got my Artisas, I did this picture for a review. And this is in here because I have a picture right here. This was a buddy color with Coloring F. And this has a lot of metallic paint and glitter gel pen on here. And I just love the dog. And I did the background with ink tint so it could look quilted. But yeah, I really love how this came out. I love the mom's dress too. So cute. And this one was a buddy color with Coloring F and Coloring Chat with Sammy eons ago. And I remember following Sammy's beginner skin tutorial for Tinkerbell skin. I was about to say Pixie skin. Who is Pixie? I have no clue. I just made that up for some reason. Here's an OG Peter Pan. Oh my goodness. This one. I won't go into too much detail because, again, like I said, not to be a broken record, but I have a video where I go through these in a bit more depth and whatnot in my video when I go through my Fabiana Attanasio books. I really like the pirate page. I think this would be cool to color too. Oh, this one. this one with my Pride Rock mermaid that I call her, and this stickles on here because I had already done this double pager. So we have this one, my hook, which hopefully you can see the glitter on there. I can't believe I sat and colored all these repetitive coins. Like, shout out to me back in the day. And then this one with Big Ben. And I drew the little kid from the DreamWorks on the moon because I thought that would be cute. I did not shade the moon like in any capacity. I wonder why, because now I would totally do that. I just left it. Interesting. Oh, this was a buddy color with Coloring F. This was the last picture that I've done in this book. This was some months ago, or last year, I think. Not months ago. I think this was last year sometime. And we did this one. And I do have some glitter gel pen on here. And it was really fun to do the polka dots around them because I just wanted to add something interesting in the background. And yeah, I make my Wendy all different skin tones. I don't care. Doesn't matter to me because I did get a racist comment before. Well, I have gotten a couple racist comments about me coloring people black, and I color people whatever color I want to color them. If you don't like it, you don't have to leave a comment. You could just not watch the video. I'm just saying. So here is my Peter Pan. I just went on a rant. I don't know. It just makes me upset because I'm just like, I don't care about what you say, but it's like that you take the time to comment. Like, go away with that. No one cares. You could just click the video off. No one's making you watch and have a gun to your head. Anyway, Peter Pan. Here I have the Beauty and the Beast. And I ordered this on Book Depository. This and Cinderella I ordered on Book Depository because they weren't on Amazon when I wanted to get them. But I have this double page spread that I didn't really care about the castle too much, obviously, because it was really this. I really didn't mean to color this. This was like a byproduct of me just trying to get the roses together just for me to take the picture for Instagram. So we'll focus on this side. Here's this one. And I have some gold paint. Some gold paint on her dress. So I really like how that one came out. I really like this picture, but it's going to be really hard to like try to get in the crack of the book. Like one day I really wanted to color this and I was like, girl, you're out of your mind because look at all this grass and stuff that I'm just not about. And why did Fabian have to draw like 18 different kinds of bushes? Like all these are different. Like it's nothing the same on here. Like what in the world? It's just too much. It's too much. Anyway, I love this one too because I'm going to do washi tape for his cape. I'm not going to bother with that, y'all know. So here is one that I have. This was a buddy color with Sammy and Francis as well, but I think something was wrong with Sammy's copy, so she didn't get to finish it. But I like the outcome of mine, and I used super tip Crayola markers for the base and then went over with pencil for a lot of the picture, and I wrote the lyrics to the song because I just thought it would be cute. So there we go. We have that. And what else? Oh, this is one that I want to color too. This one and this one. When I pick this book up, I always look at those two. And it's, oh, and this one. This probably will be the next one I do because I love this one. It's so nice. So let's see what else I have. Oh, this whip that I will never probably finish because I don't like how it went. And then I drew this little tablecloth design on here. And then I had drawn a cup. No, I colored the cup and this, and I didn't like it. Well, I drew the cup. I don't know, something. I didn't like it, so that's why I decided to paint. But then when I paint the background, I was like, I'm just going to paint this out. But I probably just won't even bother with this page anymore because I don't even like it. So there's that. And I really feel like our books have so many pages. It's okay if one or two don't work out. It's not a big deal. It's just paper. So, you know, don't stress about it. So here I have this double page spread. I think this was colored with, this was a buddy color with Coloring F. And I did a lot of ink tints on here to try to do texture in the field of grass. Because y'all know I was not about to color this grass. And I think all of this was like ink tints for everything. And then I did some super tip grass just to fill in my grass a little more. But I like my little wheat things in here. And I know I did ink tints for the tree. This is washi tape for her sleeve. So yeah, this one was really nice. I think I blacked out the pattern that was in her dress and then just drew some flowers because I didn't like that pattern. And then I think that's everything that I have in Beauty and the Beast for sure because I know for sure I did not color anything in the front. So that's my Fabiana Attanasio book. So now we move on to the next set of books. Cute and Creepy by Camilla Derrico. And I'm so excited because she has like mythical creatures or something coming out at the time of me filming this. It's coming out in April next year, but it's on Amazon and you can see the cover and I can't wait because there's dragons. It's so cute. But this is Cute and Creepy. Missed opportunity because I did not color in this year at all for the spooky season, even though you can color whatever, whenever. But I've done this one. And this may be one of my all-time favorite pictures ever because I put in so much work to color this page because I drew the Ghastlies and the Haunters. Well, the Haunter, singular, not plural. Because I don't know, a lot of these creatures remind me of Pokemon in this book. So I saw Dee Dee color this and it really inspired me to color my own. And in my version, I knew I was going to turn some of the ghosts into Pokemon. So that's what I did. And it was so fun to do this page, even though it was like labor intensive because I had to draw the characters. But it was so much fun. And I gave her a little Pokeball earring. And she has stickles on her glove, glossy accents on her goggles. And it's just so fun. And I made up a little story that she's just in her lab making Pokemon. Because maybe where she lives, you can't catch these. And she's making up her own. So one of my all-time favorite pictures that I've ever done. Just saying. And here I have a Beauty and the Beast picture. And I splattered some gold paint about the page just to make it more interesting. And I have some glossy accents on my Enchanted Rose as well as glitter. And why do I have math on here? I don't know. On this page, I got distracted. I was like, anyway. So this is how this came out. And I love how Beast really has 3 pieces of hair. Like he knows how to braid. Maybe Belle taught him. I don't know. But that's how that one came out. And I think that's it. Because I don't have very many colored in here. I think it was just those 2. Like I love this little creature. He's so precious. Really like him. But anyway, that's all I have in Cute and Creepy. So in Mermaids, Pop Manga Mermaids, and Other Sea Creatures, I have a couple done. I have this one at the very back. And I think I did her skin as a how I color on the channel. So if you want to color the skin tone, I think that I show how I did it. And I think it's in Black Widows as well. So if you go to the playlist, scroll your finger over, you'll see playlist how I color. And you should see the skin pop up if you want to try it out. And I put Winkle Stella in her hair. Hopefully you can see that. And she has Winkle Stella on her clothes. But this was so fun to do. And it was quick. It didn't take me very long. And I drew the little footprints in the sand. I did the sand with as a base of Neo Color 2. I think this is Neo Color 2 as well. And yeah, this was really quick and sweet and fun. Alright, so I have this one. I think this was the first one that I colored in this book. And I really love the helmet. And I love the neon pink that I went over the bubbles with. And my little rubber duckies had glitter gel pen on them. If you can see, I outlined them. So yeah, she's in her bronze bathtub having a scrub. I rhymed. That was not intentional. Okay. And then I have this one, which I named Circus Catch. Oh my gosh. Come on, book. Cooperate. Let's cooperate here. Okay, so I have this one, and I made him a lizard man. And I gave them, like, clown faces, and I made her an Ariel. So that one was fun to do. I have green all on her face, but that'll be fine. Maybe I can make her green. That might be fun. I really love this one. I always look at this one with the cute little guy on there. But this book has some adorable pictures in it. So I've done this one. And I really love my octopus. I love my monkeys. I think I used Black Widows on here. And the bananas are glitter gel pen. So, and I did some splatter with some black acrylic paint for the ink for the octopus. Even though I don't think octopus have ink. Octopi have ink. But, you know, it's my book. I do what I want to do. So, we'll move on to the next picture that I have, which I think is my Aquaman, if I'm not mistaken. At least that's what I call him. Oh, I had this peg for Halloween to do. Didn't get to it. So, here is my Aquaman, and he has some glitter on him. But I remember doing his skin with polychromos. I think he was all done in polychromos, if I'm not mistaken. Except I could tell this is Prismacolor. Polly's work really good on her books, though, by the way. And his background had like a pattern like how a lot of her pages do, but I think I screwed it up. And so then black acrylic paint fixes all. And then I splattered some green. So that was really fun. Oh, this was a buddy color with coloring F, and we did this one. I can't remember when, and I don't know why I'm about to flip like I wrote a date. But I want to say it might have been 2020, could have been 2019, not sure. I think I used mostly polychromos. Maybe for her skin, I know for sure for the crown. And then the background was nail color too, and I drew the bubbles in, and I used ink tints for him and ink tints for this thing, or nail color too. But I know I used a lot of water medium. And then I was inspired to do her makeup by something I saw on Pinterest, so that's why her makeup looks like little scales or little fairy dust or something around her eyes and stuff. Because I rarely do makeup on my ladies, but I really liked how that looked. So I felt inspired to do that. I love the seal page. It's so cute. And I think that's everything that I have in this one. Okay, here I have Pak Manga. This was her very first coloring book, I believe, that I know of anyway. And this was so generously gifted to me by a subscriber. Thank you a million if you're still around. And I was going to buy this because I had it in my cart. And the day that I was going to buy it, it came in the mail. And I was like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. So I love this book too. I bought this after the fact because the Mermaids book was my first one. And then I bought Cute and Creepy. And then this was gifted to me. So let's see. Well, Cute and Creepy just came out like recently, so let's say Mermaids, then this one, then Cute and Creepy, I guess. But anyway, I did my Iron Man picture. At least that's what I was inspired to do. The robot-like Iron Man's OG costume. So we have this one, and it's a lot of glitter paint on here because I didn't use stickles because I think I have not yet colored this nice picture, which I really do like this picture. I want to color that because it's a husky to me. I love huskies. What else do I have? This one. I think this was the first picture that I colored in this book, if I'm not mistaken. And I made it like a monster cell because I drew the sign up here. So she has her little monsters. And I used polychromos for the gold in here because, again, like I said, polys work really nice in Camilla's books. And I used some glitter paint on her sweater and whatnot. I love that it's saying smile and she has a mask on with the tongue sticking out. I love that. It's so cute. I think that's everything because I haven't done a lot in this book, but I have pictures chosen in my mind that I would like to do. But I think that's about it. Yeah, I've only done those two. Okay, now we're moving to my Hannah Lynn books. So here is Maui Mermaids and Island Whimsy Girls. And I bought this in December 2019 because Amazon prints it when you buy it, which is interesting. So this one was a failed skin attempt that I'll never come back to because it just looks terrible. It did not come out the way I wanted it to. And this book, you don't get doubles, so I won't be able to color that picture anymore, which is sad, but it's okay. So here I have this one. I think this was the first picture that I did in this book. And I gave them like tribal makeup with my Posca. And I made like the little dust coming off their magic sticks or whatever they're doing out here in the middle of the night. I think I did a lot of alcohol marker base on here, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I did. And I know I used my polychromos to do their skirts. The green in their skirts, I think. So it's a lot of pictures in here that I really like too, that I want to color. So here we have this one. And I put my blue metallic washi tape on here. I was feeling fancy that day, apparently. So, because I don't usually do washi tape borders. I do them sometimes. But this is how this one came out. And I think I used Black Widows on her skin. And I think I put the combos on my Instagram. The color combinations. But I'm not entirely sure. But I have stickles and I have glitter gel pen on here. And I like how I did the water wavy background. I think that looks really cool. And I was just telling my mom today because I flat ironed my hair. And I was telling her, remember how me and my best friend, we used to wear the little, I think they used to call it a bumpet or something. Who remembers that? And they used to sell the thing you put under your hair like a sponge and you wrap your hair around it. But we used to just do it with our real hair and then just bobby pin the back. And we used to call it a speed bump. We used to wear that. Anyway, I don't know. Maybe that's just a 2000s thing because millennials will be like, what? Later millennials. I'm an elder millennial. Anyway, so here's a buddy color with Francis that we did in June. And I used Prisma's marker and glitter pen. Alcohol marker for a base and glitter pen. So I wanted her surfboard to be the focal point. And I think I achieved that. But I like how the water came out. I love how I did her blonde hair and her denim shorts because I made them denim like that. But her skin looks washed out. Even in person. Like it didn't come out the best way that I think it could. And I did the little footprints right here. Oh my gosh, sorry, my nose is running. I think that's it because I don't have a ton done. It's always like I think I've colored more than I did a lot of the time because I have stuff marked in my brain that I think about, pictures I think about. Anyway, that's it for that one. Steampunk Darlings. This was the first Hannah Lynn book I ever bought. What year is printed in the back here? December 2018. So I really want to color this one. It's in my mind to color when I think about what to color in this book. I know I have. Okay, so this one was February this year. Oh my gosh, really? Magic Fly for Skin. So I received some Magic Fly pencils for a review, and I color her skin with the Magic Fly pencils. And I don't know, I don't really like this one, but it is what it is. I like the background and I like the blue. I gave her a little scar because I was trying to overwork my paper layering, and it ripped it a little, so I had to put a scar. Y'all know, if you notice in my Chinese books, I did the same thing. So that's my, if you see one of those, that's probably what happened. If you see that on my picture. So this was a buddy color with Sammy and Francis, and I don't know. No, I think they both finished theirs, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know, but I know I didn't finish mine because my colors were clashing, and I just did not like what I was trying to do on any of this part. But I do like how I used like burn holes in the posters back here, so you get 2 copies. So when I color this again, I'll do that again, I'm pretty sure, because I like how that I have a story in my mind. Y'all know I make up stories, so that's what I have a story for in my mind. But I just didn't like what I was doing here, so I'll have another opportunity to redeem myself. I don't know when I'm going to do it, but you know, good thing I have another copy. So this one I actually picked out the other night. It's bookmarked in my mind to do because I really do like this one, and it's one that I've been wanting to do for like a really long time. So I really want to do that one. Here I have done this picture in July of 2019, and her skin is so washed out. I don't know what happened, but she's cute. And I used some stickles on her wings and her earrings, actually. Alright, so, oh, did I write the date? No, I could have sworn I wrote the date on here. I did not. Okay, so I have her. And she's one of my favorite Hannah Lynn's that I've done because she just looks so fierce, like Tyra used to say back in the day. And yeah, I don't know, I just love everything about the page. I think it came out so cool. And I used a lot of super tip Crayola marker base, and then went over with my pencils. I didn't even bother shading her hair. That's just a Crayola super tip marker. And I didn't, like I said, I didn't bother shading it. And she has some glossy accents on like the goggles on her head. And then I did this frame with my Posca and a gold pen just to make it interesting. And I like that she has gears for earrings. Like, it's so cool. I didn't draw that. It was already like that. And then I just put polka dots in the steam just to do something extra. This was like one of the first ones that I colored in this book. And yeah, I really don't like this in hindsight, but it's here. And I use washi tape for this. I don't like how I used to do the hair because I didn't have a small Posca like I do now. So my white hair back then looks way different than how I do it now. But I remember this was my first time using gouache for the curtains and this little candle thing. And I think the gouache played around nicely. I remember using polys for the books, and it just didn't give me what I wanted when I was doing that. But it's so funny because I used to did not like Hannah Lynn, and I didn't get what was all the hype. And then once I colored it, and I bought a book and colored one, I was like, ah. Now I like Hannah Lynn. So this was done in October 2019. I used Arteza for skin, Black Widows, gouache, and Crayola super tips. And I used gouache on their clothes, so all of her dress is gouache. All of his tuxedo jacket and cape is gouache. So I really like I said, playing with my gouache. And their skin was Arteza. And I love their cheeks, especially his cheekbones. How I did that. But yeah, this was really special. I like it. And I love how I did her dress, just overall. So cute. And it is a little bit of stickles on here. One of my favorites. So this was April 2020. Wow, all of these seem like they were done so long ago, and it wasn't. It was last year. So here I have this one, and every time I used to see this picture, I always thought denim. I did not think any other direction but denim. So when I finally colored her, I was like, denim. So I gave her the little torn denim, and that's all people cared about. When I posted it on Instagram, no one cared about the background and the pipe work that I did. It was the denim, which is fine. That could be the attention grabber. That's fine with me. But yeah, I really like the picture overall, if I do say so myself. And I really love her dark skin that I did. So I have some glitter gel pen on here. And I think that is all she wrote for this book. I really like this one that I want to do in here. So that's it for Steampunk Darlings. Okay, Victorian Darlings. My cover still has not bent from when I wrote the book. But I love Steampunk Darlings. Like I said, that was my first handling book. And then she came out with Victorian Darlings. And I love Victorian stuff. So I was like, ooh, I have to get this one. So I really do enjoy this book for sure. This was, yep, September 2018 when I got this book. So I think this was the first picture that I colored in this book. I could be wrong, but I really think this was the first one. And I used a lot of alcohol marker base. And I used washi tape for her dress. So I really like how this came out. I think this one's called Winnie and Jane. Ollie, I remember the name. And it's some gold paint and some glittery gel pen on here. This one I did, I think last year, but I could be wrong. But I feel like it was last year. And I really love my house. Like, I really don't like to color buildings. I think that's why I don't color a lot in my very first romantic country book, because it was a lot of castles. But I really liked coloring this building. I enjoyed it, which is weird. But I used the alcohol marker base a lot for this picture. Like, I like looking at the opposite side. I don't know why, but yeah. And just shaded it with my pencils. So this was a lot of fun. And I really like the burgundy that I chose for her to, because I think she stands out from the house. I just like how all my colors play well on this picture. And it was really fun. And you can see some glitter gel pen and some glossy accents because I put it on the windows and stuff. But I love how this one came out. And I like to do my polka dots on the ruffles on handling, if you haven't noticed, because it's a good space filler where you don't have to color, and it's like you can cheat. So it's really fun. I really like the teacher one. I think that one's nice. So here's this one. Didn't write a date? No. This was a minute ago, so this was like probably back when I got the book in 2018, 2019 when I did this picture. And I used washi tape for her dress and washi tape for this thing right here. And that's washi tape too right here. And I just wanted it to be girly and feminine, so that's why I did pink. So it's that one. I think I have one more. This one was a buddy color with Coloring F, and we chose this picture as soon as I got the book. So actually this was the first one that I did in this book, now that I recollect properly. And she has stickles on her because, I mean, she's a performer. Why wouldn't she have glitter? And I looked up vintage circus colors, and it's like this orange and this teal, so that's where I got my combination from for that. And I wrote little sayings that people would say at the circus when they see the amazing feats, and I wrote that in there. And I did not color this piece of candy. That is hilarious. So I really like this one too. It's really nice. And oh, I picked this one out to do like all the time, and I never color it. I should be ashamed of myself, but I'm not. And I really like this one. And my mom wants me to color this one, but I don't know how I feel about this horse. But yeah, I think that's everything. Let me just double check. Yeah, I think that's everything that I've done in here. Mythical Maidens is shameful because I literally think I've only done one. And it was a buddy color, if I'm not mistaken. Sad, because this book is cute. Oh, I have this felt whip that I'll never, ever come back to because I was playing around with my gouache and my tree just turned out terrible. And then I used Black Widows for all this stuff, and like I didn't really layer it the best, so it's grainy because, you know, in this paper you really got to work with it. But I like CreateSpace paper, oddly enough. I'm in the minority there, but yeah, I just don't like how this turned out. So when I do, if I do this one, I don't know, because I don't know. I don't think I like this picture anymore because my bad experience with me prior trying to do it. But recently I've been looking at this one with the cute little dragons. I may want to color this. I don't know. We'll see soon what happens with me because I'm a waffle and I never make up my mind. Like, I was going to color this one for Valentine's Day last year, but then I wasn't feeling very Valentine's-y, so I didn't do it. And then I just belatedly realized the other day that it was a vampire in here. So that could have been for Halloween. And I always pick this one out to do next when I pick this book up. Do I do it? No. So anyway, this was the buddy color I was talking about. This was in June 2019. Black Widow's Prisma's Intense. So this was with Coloring at V's, and this was with Coloring F, and all three of us chose this picture to do. And I bought this book just based on this picture because I fell in love with this picture so much when I saw Hannah Lynn post the sketch of it. And I was like, I have to color that first. And so this is the only completed page in the book. And I love the night and day, which I didn't even realize until I started coloring that this was day and this was night. And then I think I told V and Francis and was like, did y'all notice it was day and night? But yeah, this was really fun. And I love my stickle water because it just takes all the attention. Oh my gosh, it's so sparkly. I love how I did her hair green like Mother Earth. And then this is washi tape for her top. Now look at the little birds. It's so cute, this picture. And that's all she wrote in here because I have not. The more I look at this picture, and I actually seen someone color it, and it was kind of cute, but I do not like how this dragon looks, so I probably will not ever color that. Anyway, that was random. I really want to do this one next too because I really like this picture. So that's all I have, sadly, in Mythical Maidens. Okay, so we have this one and two more Hannah Lynn. I don't have all of her books because I'm missing like the Halloween one and the first one with the really thick black lines, because that's why I didn't like Hannah Lynn. It was just thick black lines and I didn't think that I would like it, and their heads looked like Bratz dolls back when I didn't like Hannah Lynn, but I get it now. I really do like her style, and she has a new book coming out, which is fun. So at the time of me filming this, I really want to color this one too. I was thinking about this the other day. I was like, ooh, I should color that one. But anyway, and then this one has where she started to do the eyes not shaded, and then these are shaded. And I really was thinking to color this the other day. I was thinking about this picture, and I was like, I will not ever color all this hay. Like, that's just too much. But here we have this one. And I think this was the most recent picture that I've done in this book, if I'm not mistaken. I did this last year, I remember. And I used my Prismacolor Vera things on her hair. And I freaking love her hair. Like, oh my gosh. I don't know why, but I do. And I love all the autumnal colors that I chose to do. And I put some stickles on here. And I really like her skin, how it came out. Just everything came out so nicely. It came together well on this page. And then I used washi tape on her dress top. So that's that one. And then I have this one. This is the first page that I did in this book. And it's the Princess and the Frog. Obviously, it's a frog. This one was really fun. Washi tape on her. And it stickles right here. And I always say that now that I think that I messed up because this was supposed to be a tree. I think because that's the tree trunk, but I made it a waterfall because I thought that's what it was. I don't know. This one, I love this one. It's so cute. I used gouache on my pumpkins, gouache on her white part of her dress. And I was inspired by this dress that I saw on Pinterest. And all I could think about was Enchanted, the movie Enchanted. And it made me think of that. So that's what her dress is kind of based off of in a loose way, a loose interpretation. But I really like how this came out. And some glitter down here on my little mice friends. I don't like mice, but I made it work for me to color them in this picture. I love this one. Hansel and Gretel. I like that one. Yeah, I think. Oh, and I was just thinking the other day that I should color this one, but I don't want to color the trees. I'm so lazy and unimaginative when it comes to coloring flowers and shrubbery and foliage. Like, my imagination just does not, it just shuts off. And I'm not that creative to think when I color those things. It doesn't stimulate me, but we'll move on to the next book. Okay, here I have A Whimsy Girl's Christmas. And this was the latest Hannah Lynn that I bought. I just bought this, yeah, in June. So I've done one in here so far. And it was for Christmas in July. And I finished it July 18th. Buddy color with Francis, coloring F. I used Prismas, Super Tips, watercolor paints, Posca stickles. And I felt fancy. So I put gold washi tape around the border. And yeah, pink, because I didn't want to do a green tree. I knew I wanted to do a pink Christmas tree. And we have different colored Christmas trees here in the United States. We have black, we have purple, we have pink, we have silver, we have white. We have like so many blue. We have every color tree you could get. Artificial, of course, but nothing wrong with that either. And yeah, I did a pink tree. And I made my mermaid pink. And her hair is like a pearlescent gouache that I have that's kind of... No, I'm lying. You know what? Her hair was not even gouache. Her hair was some Coliro paints that Francis actually got me for my birthday. And I used it on her hair. And I used it on the ornaments on the tree because it has pink and like a white gold and stuff in it. So that was my first time using them since I had got them for my birthday. So yeah, and then I took my super tip Crayolas and did different color dots. This is like 4 different colors of pink, even though it doesn't look like it. And I just dotted it to make the tree a coral tree and a coral starfish because she's a mermaid underwater. Her tree will be coral. So yeah, and the stickles. And this gold, it just pops so nicely. And she has glossy accents on her eyes and her lips. So that was that one, and that's all I've done in that book so far. Whimsy Girls Through the Decades. So it's a picture in here that I have to hide because I just did it, and I'm going to save that. Y'all will have to wait to see. Well, if you already saw it on my Instagram, you saw it, but yeah. Anywhoozles. So I got this one in July last year, and I did this one. I think her name is Harmony. That's what she named this one. And it's so funny because I'm so lazy, apparently, because I've only done the close-up versions of the pictures so far in here, except the most recent one I did. It was the full picture because I wanted to do the full picture. But yeah, I really like how this one came out, and I based her on Mary J in the 90s. Mary J. Blige, who's an R&B singer. And she always had like black lipstick and blonde hair, and like the hoops are very 90s. And I made her hat Calvin Klein because, you know, that was in the 90s. That was a thing. And I put the little rips and everything. And this turned out really cool. I like how I did her hat with the texture. And this was those chalk markers that I have, and it ate up this paper. My goodness, it just ripped it so much. Like, it would just peel because those are meant for writing on like windows and stuff. But I bought them because I was like, I'm going to use them in my coloring books. It's a struggle, but it works. So yeah, and then I did the bricks that I did from I think following the tutorial by Carolina Zubikowska here on YouTube, because I did it in my menu editable notebook, and I did it again there. And yeah, that's pretty much how she came out. And then I have this one, Workout Wendy. I think this one's called. And I had so much fun with the neon, and I used a splattering technique for all the paint. And she has a little bit of stickles on her weight. But I think I did use some alcohol marker on her clothes, and then went over with pencil. And I love her eyes. And I love her streaky hair with the different color streaks in it. I think it came out so nice. And like I said, I'm not going to show y'all the one that I just did. You're going to have to wait and see on the channel, because you can see it on Instagram. But yeah, that's all I've done in this one. So I have Elegant Beauties by Elena Lazareva, my only book by her. And I've only colored one in here, I think. And I got this in April last year. And where's the one that I've done? Her name, I named her Chelsea. I think I passed her because she's like back here. It's this one, but where is my picture? It's eluding me for some reason. Here we go. Okay, so yeah, I named her Chelsea, and I finished her May last year. And I tried to make her top iridescent, and I really like how they came out. And I love her hair. I used Color and Chat with Sammy's Arteza hair colors, but I think I differed mine a little bit. But I mostly used the colors that she chose for this hair color, and I love how it turned out. And I just really like this picture. And I left the background just blank. I didn't put any background. And yeah, I'm not into grayscale, but I really like this book. It's really nice. So that's the only one that I've done so far. I hope to do more. And this looks like Beyonce. I have a picture that I found of Beyonce on Google, and her face looks just like this side profile. And I think she had a braid. And I was like, oh my gosh, was that inspiration for her to color this? Because it looks just like that. And I was like, ooh, I'm going to color her like Beyonce when I get around to that. But anyway, let's move on to the next set of books. Okay, lastly, we have my Jasmine Baggett Griffith coloring books. I think this is it. I think I'm done after this, y'all. So this is the Halloween book. And I got this. Oh, this won't have the date. Look at me thinking I know something. Anyway, so I got this, I want to say maybe in 2018, 2017. I'm not sure, but. Oh, and this was gifted to me by a lovely subscriber, by the way. Must say that. Thank you. And this was a whip that I'll never come back to, because back in the day, okay, I had a tutorial of how I color this kind of hair, And I really don't like this. And that was back when I said my Posca was like the fat nib Posca, and I didn't have the fine point, so I couldn't really do the hair strokes right. But I do like the little crystal ball, but I probably will never come back to this because I just don't like it. But here we have the, no, not the Pumpkin Pixie Siamese Witch Twins. I think this was one of the first ones I did in this book. And this one I've not yet come back to because I erased her skin tone out so I could redo it because I like my skeletons. This has been a whip for like 2 years. Probably longer. I don't know. 3 years. I don't know. I just never came back to it. So we have that. And then one picture I won't show y'all because it'll be in my... I plan on doing a completed pages video, so I'll show y'all then. But this one is Halloween Treats, and this is available as a color along on my channel if you want to see that. And this is a cute little small one. And whoops, that is the one that I don't want to show y'all. Hopefully you didn't see too much of it, but you can see it on Instagram if you follow me there because I posted it. Okay, so this one was done October 5th, 2020. It was a buddy color with Coloring F, and we did a pumpkin gift. And I really enjoyed coloring this one. I enjoyed coloring my pumpkins. I enjoyed doing her skin tone in green. It was really fun. And she has some glitter on her dress, and I was feeling fancy again with the washi tape because I have these really cool metallics and I feel like I should use them. I feel like I'm missing another picture, not the one that I don't want to show y'all yet, but another picture. But I could be smoking something and be wrong, so that's always a possibility. But that might just be it because I don't color in this book nearly enough like I feel like I should. So yeah, I think that is it. Okay, this is Jasmine's first book, just her fantasy art adventure book. And this one I have, so this one I actually finished it off last year, but it was a whip for like a year prior to that where I had just done the skin of her dress, basically just her, and except her hair. I had done her skin, her dress, and like her leg and stuff, and I had left it. So I came back and finished it last year, and I'm so excited that I got this whip done, and I really like the outcome. I'm glad I waited because I had a fun idea to do my skeleton guy, and I gave him a top hat, like goatee, then painted kind of sugar skull imagery on him with my Poscas because I thought it would be fun. But yeah, I used my whole binds on her hair too, I think. But I think I used Black Widows on her skin and her dress. I use a lot of mixed different stuff when I color. I don't stick to just one thing on a page. So it just is a variety of things a lot of the time. Like the background, I actually did this with pencil and I never do that. And then the trees I think were Inktense. So this one's just a mixture, but you can see how sparkly his top hat is and her little hair bow. Oh, and I used super tip marker as a base for the wood on the acorns and this, and then went over with pencil. So yeah, this one was really fun to do. And I have this one done, which is a mini one, which is the Rose Fairy. And I never gave her a background because I couldn't decide of what background to do. So I just left it plain. And I took inspiration for her skin color and doing a red accent from a picture that I saw on Pinterest. So that's that. Oops, that's that one. And then I have this one, which is Absinthe Butterflies, which Absinthe is green, but I tried to not do any green as far as the main part was concerned. So I did purples and whatnot, and I finished this in 2019. Oh my goodness. I know I did Black Widows for her wings, I'm pretty sure. And I know I did Prisma for her skin, but she has a lot of glitter gel pen and metallic paint on here. And super tips in the grass, I remember. See, her hair is like a purple base, like a light purple base. And then I went over with white. Because I used to do my white hairs in a variation of colors. I still kind of do, but more so is with paint now. I think that was like a light pencil, and then I went over it with the white. I'm not sure. But here I have my Halloween Twilight lady. And this one was really fun to do. I know I used super tip marker Crayola's base, Crayola super tip marker base. There we go, English. And used it for her wings and her dress, and then I went over with pencil, and then I did like a reverse pumpkin in a way where it's black on the outside and the pumpkin colors on the inside. And I think my mom told me to do that. I don't know, I don't remember, because I was stumped. I was like, I don't want to make a regular pumpkin, so I think she suggested that. I'm not sure. And then I gave her little vampire teeth, and I made the little cemetery stones kind of mossy. This was so much fun to do, and it didn't take me long because I used a super tip marker base. And look at her dress. Like, look at that. Oh my gosh. Love it. So, that's her. we move on. I still love this picture. I think I might copy this just so I can have another copy of it in case I screw it up, because I want to try something with this globe thing, and I know I'm gonna maybe be nervous, so I might make a copy of this because I really want to color this one. So let's see what else I have. I think I have Red Riding Hood in here, and then like another one, if I'm not mistaken. So here is Amara in the book, and I finished this in 2019. I still love this one, how she came out. And I used some alcohol marker base. I keep doing that. I said that in the last video when I did these. This is 2018. The one on the other side is 2019. Oh my golly queen. Okay, so here I used alcohol marker base. Went over it with pencil. That white has really faded since 2018. So this one was done in 2019. And I used polychromos for her skin, and look how washed out it is. That's why I said polys. That's how I learned. Polys do not work good in these books. Prisma all the way or something else, because Prismacolor work like a dream. Like, look at all the Prismacolor popping vibrancy, and then look at the polychromos on her skin. It looks so washed out. But I used Helen Elliston's tutorial for grapes. I was really proud of that. And I love her tights. And my wolf is sad because I would just do the strokes like this and not free my wrist. That's why he kind of looks funny. But it's okay. And then I don't like her hair because that's when I had the thick knit Posca. So. But everything else I really enjoy. I like my treats and my apple and everything. It looks really cool. I like the little background. I really love this one. I keep bookmarking this. And then I just never do it because I don't want to color the cat. I have a couple more in here, I think, or one more. Okay, so I have Sonura, and I finished this in 2018. This was the first picture that I colored in this book because when I used to watch flip throughs, I fell in love with this picture. I loved it so much. So when I got the book, I had to do this first. And I love how I did her hair still. And I really love her makeup. And she has gold on her, obviously, because she should. She's an Egyptian princess. And yeah, I was lazy with the background. Tried to make that like a lazy moon reflection. I don't know. But that's how that one turned out. And I think that's it for this one. Okay, lastly, I have Jasmine Beckett Griffith Mermaids coloring book. I think my mom got this for me for Christmas, but I could be wrong. 1 year or my birthday. I don't know. But I don't think I bought it. So, and I only have a few in here. I think this is the last book, y'all. And then we are done. So, let's see what we have here. Oh, this one. This was a buddy color with Coloring F. And I didn't write the date down. This was recent, though. We did this, I want to say, in the year 2021. I think. I'm not sure now. But I think it was this year. And, yeah, these are bookmarks. But I'm not going to cut these out. I like the little miniature. Like, you can get this done. And it won't take you all day. So, yeah. That was that one. And this was, I think I did this in January of 2020. Well, it could be 2021. I'm not sure. I know it was January for some reason because it was my first picture of the new year. So whatever year that was. But I did her like Ariel. And I really love her. I colored this for my mom for a bookmark. But like I said, I'm not tearing her out. So she shall be staying. And this was finished in October 2020. And this was a whip for so long because I had done her skin and left it. And her skin was done in Black Widows. And I had just left it alone for so long because the shell put me off. The water put me off. But then I came back and finished it. And I'm so proud of myself because I used my Arteza watercolors. And I don't use those nearly enough. And I used them for the background, sky, the clouds, the water. And then I went over it with pencil for the water. But I used it for the shell. And the shell is just all watercolor, no pencil. So you can see the Wink of Stella on here. And then I used some glitter gel pen on the baby's blanket, the cherub's blanket, and their wings have stickles. And I did them like Jasmine Beckett originally did hers, where they have little red blushy parts on their body. And they look kind of gray because originally her skin's gray in the painting. But I went a different route, obviously. And I know I did Holbein's on her hair. And it's like an ombre hair. So, yeah, this one was really fun. I'm really happy that I came back and finished it. Because I like the colors that I used. I love how the clouds are so vibrant and they pop. and she's not lost amongst the shell even though they're brown tones. So I think that came together really nicely. And I think I have like one more in here. Yep, I have this one. I finished this in February 2020. I love this page. Like, this is one of my all-time favorites that I've done, Jasmine wise. And I think her skin is Prismacolor. Pretty sure. But I love everything about this picture. I love that I did like the bronze statues. I love my black pearls. Just everything. And if you look, I even gave her detail in the eyes. So yeah, really fun. And I put stickers on these fish I was about to say fish collars, and then I said fish leaves instead of leash before I stuttered. Fish leashes. There we go. I'm getting tongue tied. We're getting close to the end. Yeah, that's pretty much usually how it works. If you record, you feel my pain. So I think that's everything, because I showed y'all the picture that I have in my PDF binder of one of the portraits in the front. So that's all I have. Yep, that's pretty much it. That's all I have in all of my coloring book collection. Now, I do have like 3 books that I didn't show y'all because I haven't colored in them, and you know, there's nothing to show. So I really appreciate if you stuck around and hung in there. Leave me a crayon emoji in the comments if you made it to the end. I'd love to know. And thank you so much if you're still around. I know I've been far and few between in my channel because I just lack motivation to film and a whole plethora of other reasons that I won't get into. But yeah, I really wanted to film this for my Colorversary, and you know, I make it a thing that I do this every year. Hopefully it's entertaining and it doesn't seem repetitive. And I hope everyone's safe and happy out there in the world, wherever you are. And I really appreciate you subscribing to my channel, leaving comments, interacting. It's really nice to talk to everyone. And yeah, like I said, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.